Hello everyone! Hey guys, we are live for our first stream. Hello everyone, welcome to Call It Crits, our very first actual play D&D live stream, where we are going to be showing you all the fun and games of our adventures in Accalia, our homebrew campaign set on the world of Lycos. Thank you for joining us. If you are coming to join us, and feel free to say hello in the chats. Interact with us in whatever way you see fit. Right, I think I don't want to waste too much time with introductions. I want to get this game started, and I want to carry on with this because I'm kind of like going on sort of like a lot of nervous energy at the moment. Kind of flying with it. Hi, I'm Phil. I'm the Dungeon Master and the world builder of Accalia, and this is kind of my baby. This is. And these are the wonderful players that we have here. So I'll go through a list and I'm going to go down in Discord order actually because I've got a list on here. So I'm going to go to you, Simon, first. Would you like to do a brief introduction to Alar, please?
Yeah. So I'm Simon. I'm playing Alar. He's a half-blood elf. Human. He's basically related to everyone we've met in some shape or form so far. Got a lot of brothers he never knew he had. Mother's just died. He's a bit of a sort of. He's just found his family. He considers this group of colleagues his newfound family. He's never really had acceptance from any family. He's been shunned by humans, shunned by elves. He's sort of like made his own way, being brought up on the outskirts of the law, sort of like. But he has got morals and he's got ethics. He feels very strongly about that, and he will protect those he considers to be family. But he often puts his life on the line to follow Garroth into these crazy situations, usually involving dragons and big scary things.
Yes,
but
he does.
He's just sort of like he's been blackmailed by this dark evil force that's trying to use him as a puppet to pull certain strings. However, he's trying to where possible rebel against that. He's trying to upskill and develop his powers and his abilities so that he can finally he can meet his nemesis and vanquish his foes. And that's going to be a long play.
Excellent.
Yeah, that's it.
Thank you very much, Simon. That was great. So we'll move down to Jay. Would you like to introduce Korvax nice and briefly?
Korvax is a short green rogue or thief. He is light-fingered and generally puts himself in rather stupid positions or situations and has to rely on others to generally bail him out. So yeah, he's very fun to play. So I'm intrigued to see where tonight's going to go. We've been waiting 3 weeks for this.
Yeah, it's been a 3-week hiatus, hasn't it? So yeah, I'm looking forward to getting into tonight. Excellent. Mike, would you like to introduce Garroth for us?
Yes, I will be playing Garroth, the lovable half-orc barbarian. So he is Garroth, son of Rostar the Brutal and Geoffrey the Pretty, last of the Slaughter Goths. In the north, they call him the Dragon Slayer of the Green Variety. In the west, they call him the Employee of the Month for the Platinum Blade. For your weapon and armor needs, go to the Platinum Blade. Quality weapons, survival. In the east, they call him the Holder of the Magic Dick. And in the south, they call him the Thrice Crowned King of the Crossroad. He is not very smart, but he has lots of heart. He considers Korvax his little brother, and he's his top advisor, his ferret a close second. So yeah, he's a bit of a crazy character, but hopefully a bit of a laugh.
And you guys will definitely get to know all these characters, during the campaign. So we'll move on to Ash. Would you like to give us a brief introduction to Malrin?
So, my name is Ash, and I play Malrin Orgrasper. Mechanically, he is a Deep Gnome Cleric Artificer, multi-class. Spiritually, he is Garroth's lawyer, or the Slaughtergoth tribe's lawyer. He's a travelling scientist and doctor, also. and he very much likes to throw magic entirely composed of spectral snakes. If you hear the word snake, it is related to Morin in this campaign.
Oh yes, absolutely. Okay, and last but not least, because we don't have Jan today, because I don't have Andy, we are going round to Raljin. Or Rob, would you like to introduce Raljin?
Hi, I'm Rob. I'm playing our half-drow Beastmaster Ranger, and I know Beastmaster is not a particularly popular class, but I enjoy it, especially since we've homebrewed it to heck. Raljin is he's very earnest, very determined, very eager, very naive, and can be a little bit self-righteous, but he really does want what's best for everyone.
Excellent. Right. Okay. So we'll go on to a very brief. I don't want to go into too much because I want people to get to know the characters so much from this point. But the characters who have become known as the family name, I guess what we'll call it, is the Slaughter Goths. Which is named after Gareth's old tribe, who sadly perished due to a vicious disease that had started spreading itself across the tribes of the kingdom. Gareth's tribe was not the only tribe to unfortunately suffer at the hands of this disease, and the party were brought together by a mutual benefactor, a mutual acquaintance, we'll call him, Dondon Wisemore. Dondon had connections to every party member, or in case of Raljin, party members' relatives. So he kind of wrote to them all and asked them to join him, and the party, you kind of all came together, not knowing that you've all been sort of like brought to this point. You kind of immediately thrust into kind of a bit of a battle between what's like Dondon and a group known as Veracity, which is kind of in this world, it's kind of the rich 1% that have kind of formed a cult that just want to own everything, and the cult is sort of like it's the cult of Mammon. So they're sort of like led by greed, essentially. So you've done many things as a party. You've foiled the escape of a mimic potion, only to then let it loose in the wild, essentially. You had to fight a tavern that had turned into a mimic, among many other things. A cart, a dagger, a sword, and many other things. Only to later find out, much later in the campaign, recent events, that these mimics had actually got away to form a colony, which you then managed to, I don't know, is tame the right word? Sort of like teach them the ideas of family. That's one of the things you guys have got up to. Other things also include visiting a place called the Amora Bastor, which is a shrouded. So it's something like a shrouded area that actually encompasses a druidic city, and those who actually lay eyes on it actually forget about its existence once they look away. However, you guys now know of its existence all the time because when you escaped the Amora Bastor, you flew over the top of it. That was on a mission to rescue Aylar's father. Penultimately, at the end of the last big story that we had, you guys actually fought off against a group known as the Blightarian, which is a small section of the cult of Mammon, and managed to stop the spread of the dragon disease, or, you managed to stop it at its heart, and you kind of been fighting against little different variants of it since, such as the red dragon disease, which affected the bugbears, and of course Darius, who you blew off the end into the mixture. We've kind of come up to a point where you've met the leader, what's he called, King Fungi, who is the leader of the mycelial network. Which is almost like a telepathic communications network throughout the whole of Accalia, which is controlled through the mycelial roots of the mushrooms, which is a fun thing. So you've met him; he's very private, and introduced him to the Mimic Colony. Your most recent events, and we'll sort of go into rounding into this, is you were on the road heading back from introducing the mimics to King Fungi and the Myconoids. and after a job well done, after sleeping the night on the side of the road, or waking up on the side of the road, you came across a travelling merchant who was dealing in gems and being attacked by funny little creatures known as Zorn. Strange little creatures that like to devour precious gems. You defeated them, but unfortunately the travelling merchant perished in the battle. Then you had a very long sort of conversation regarding what to do with the gems. It was a bit of a moral dilemma for a lot of you. Some of you thought that it was wrong to steal from this dead person. You thought they should be taking it back. Some of you thought, well, actually, we want these magical tattoos that we've been saving up for, and this is perfect. So I think you kind of disagreed to disagree in the end, and you did take the carts and thought, well, this is what we'll do with them. We'll take them to a safe place and decide later. You actually figured out that there was actually a link to these gems to the Infernals, which is a section that had overtaken the Thieves Guild, which is part of Korvax's storyline. So you kind of ran into that, didn't you, Jay? So we then picked up, we landed back in Thistenhorn with the cart. Korvax decided he needed to go and report to Bronwen, Sir Bronwen Regelstar, who is the leader of the Regelstar company, at 4 o'clock in the morning. Garroth and Yarn went with him, Malvin went to bed, and so did Raljin, and Alar, I think, was the one with, he decided he wanted to protect the gems and sit with them. While doing so, the gems had actually been tracked down by the rest of the Thieves Guild, who had wondered why they hadn't met their destination. Alar, being the only one there to protect the gems, was knocked unconscious and taken captive. Korvax, you then arrived at the scene to find the cart was gone, and so was Alar, and there were signs of a scuffle. And at this point, you have no idea of what his fate is. So, yeah, do with that what you will. So what we're going to do, we're going to jump in. And I'm going to jump into you first, Alar. So, everyone else, I'll get back to you in just a moment. But, Alar, I've got my notes. So, I want to do this right. So, when it works... You start a stream and you think, what can I make sure that doesn't go wrong? Oh yes, technology. That's the one thing. I had connection problems right up there leading up to this as well, didn't I? Right. So, Alar, I've got a nice descriptive piece of writing, you see, so I don't want to not use it. Right. That's not the one. Might be that one. It's not the Ascension of Quindak. No, that's something else. Where is it? Sorry, guys. I thought I had it, so it's annoying that it's not there. This is me being really prepared for this. So, yeah. No. Poop. I don't have it. So I will do what I always do. Alar, you wake up in what you finally start to come around. You feel cold and lighter than normal as you realise that you have been de-armoured and all your weapons and everything has been taken from you. You begin to open your eyes and realise that you are in what appears to be a cell of some sort. Stone walls, damp, wet floor. When you kind of bring your hand up as well, you notice that there is a kind of reddish colour to the floor as well, which and it has a very irony smell. So you're looking, it's either rust or blood, but you can't be certain. 3 of the walls around you are stone, no windows, so it's pitch black, and you're only relying on your half-elven dark vision at the moment. One of the walls is barred right the way across, with a very heavy looking lock on a very heavy iron barred door. You look around, and you can't seem to see much else other than a corridor just outside where your cell is. Is there anything you'd like to do?
Yeah. Did you say if there's any windows to the cell, or is it just wall?
No, there's no windows. So yeah, it's just walls. So if you gather that, you appear to be probably below ground.
Right. Okay. Below ground. All right. Ready for. All right. Lock on the bars. Any guards?
Not that you can see. But if you want to get up, you can certainly go and have a look.
So have I got any chains on me? Am I free to move?
You do actually, as you look down, you do realise that you have one chain tied around, sort of like bangle around your ankle, which is then sort of like attached to the wall.
Any possessions on me whatsoever, or is it just that's it, nothing?
You're literally just wearing what would be like your undergarment, so like a sort of like white, sort of like onesie kind of scenario that you would wear underneath your armor just for comfort. That's pretty much all you've got. Yes.
Fantastic, isn't it? Fantastic start to the 2022. Yeah. Right. First of all, I want to feel around my ankle, and I want to feel the quality of this chain. Again, I want to give it a little tug against the chain, against the wall. I want to get an idea for how sturdy it is, how thick is it, how secure is it. Have I got any chance at all of getting this free from the wall without alerting detection? Is there any guards visible through the bars? That sort of thing.
So, from what you look, I would like you to check the chain. Give me an investigation check. First dice roll of the night.
Oh, wonderful! Oh, absolutely wonderful. Let me just check my investigation. Investigation is a minus. No, it's a +1. I have rolled a 4.
Oh. You were making it sound like you rolled a natural 20 then, Simon. I have to say.
It's just this great start.
Yeah.
This great start, 22. I can just feel it. It's just, it's coming on. I like it.
Oh dear. For anyone that's come to watch, just to let you know, we don't use roll 20 or anything for our dice rolls. We roll our own because we like the feel of our own dice. So I don't know, that sounded dirty for some reason. Anyway, carry on. Let's carry on. So you rolled a 4. You wrap your hands around the bangle around your ankle, and you kind of give it a good kind of tug and kind of move it around. It feels it feels like it's made out of metal. It's a fairly sturdy. It feels fairly sturdy and quite well attached to the wall. As the as you begin to sort of move the chains, however, you do hear there's someone there. Who's there?
Yes.
You awake?
I am awake. Who am I speaking to?
You can't keep your voice down. The guards might be back soon. You hear this voice coming from what appears to be a small. There's like a small vent on the wall, which looks like it creates like a little grate in between two cells, like where there's like at the back where there's sort of like a makeshift drainage that kind of like in a campsite toilet. We have the campsite shower block where you have the drains that runs all down the back. It's that kind of thing, and there's a grate down there, and you can hear the voice kind of coming through that side, almost like it's coming, like exactly like it's coming from the next cell. It says. The name's Pannon. Been here for a while. I saw them bring you in last night. Are you okay?
Not really, but tell me more, Pannon. Where are we? What's the story?
Ayla, do you remember Pannon?
No.
Good, we'll leave it at that.
pre me, I think.
Where?
No, it's the beginning.
No, yeah. You've met this guy before, but Would you like to do a history check to see if you remember who he is, or do you want to just play?
Yes, I would.
Yeah, go for it. Yeah, give
No.
me a history check to see if you remember. See if you remember Pannon. I'll be fair.
Oh no. Let me just check my history. It is not a good start to 2022. The history. The history. +1. I rolled a 4. That's a 5. I mean, I'm getting better, guys.
Yeah, the name when he says it, you kind of think, no, you don't know who that is. You just kind of glaze over the fact that he introduces himself, and you're just like, oh, nice to meet you, Pannon, for the very first time ever. Says, oh, we're in the I think we're in the sewers. I know that for sure. Just give me. I've not eaten properly in a while. They've had me captive for, from what I can only imagine is quite some weeks. I'm assuming you're going to be the next one of their one of their sacrifices, like I've been for the last quite some time. I'm sorry, friend.
So, what do you mean sacrifices? You're going to be sacrificed. I'm going to be sacrificed to who? How?
It's a blood sacrifice. And as he's speaking, you hear, "Hey, you! What are you two talking about? Shut the hell up!" And you now notice, just sort of coming from down the side, there's one of the guards. He's dressed in all black, sort of like leather armors. He's kind of got a sword down his side and like 3 daggers on his belt, look like throwing daggers, and he's got a hood up over his head. He has also on the side of his belt, you notice as he walks, he has a bit of a jingle, and you see the keys on his side. He says, you're awake then? Oh, I better go tell the boss, so he can have his way with you. I like it when they squeal. You're going to squeal for me? No? This one squealed. And you just kind of hear a bit of a silence. It's almost like there's no response or anything, but from Pannon in the next cell.
So, Phil, what kind of situation am I in? Am I? Because last time we left it, I was on 0 hit points. Am I rested? Have I been fed? Am I well?
you've essentially what they've done is it looks like they've resuscitated, not resuscitated, but they've brought you back up to what's the word? So they brought you back up to 1 hit point, and then you've healed up from rest. So you are on full hit points at this point. They've actually let you rest.
In terms of superiority dice, do I get them back?
Yeah, if you're rested, yeah.
Right, cool, okay. So I just want to say, before you get him, you need to check this out. I'm going to be good to nobody. I think I've got this strange thing here. Come and have a look. It's on my foot, on my leg. It's strange. It's like a discoloration. It's strange. I don't know what it is.
He kind of looks curious and kind of lifts an eyebrow. Says,
You can't sacrifice me if I'm dead. What is this? What's gone on? What have you done to me?
give me a persuasion check. Actually,
I'm going to use
deception.
I'm going to use deception.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would
please.
like a deception because you are bullshitting here. You are lying.
I get a +5 on that.
Oh shit. Okay.
19 + 5, 24.
Oh, okay. He kind of starts walking forwards towards the cell, and he says, he's now literally like stood at the cell door. His hand kind of like he's got one hand sort of like holstered on his sword. He's just looking down. Like, what am I looking
I can't move
at?
any closer to you. I can't move any closer to you to show you. I'm chained to this wall. You're gonna have to come in and check it out. I'm gonna be no good sacrificed if I'm already dead.
He takes his hand and moves it up towards. There's you can see now there's a torch embered on the side. It's given off a very dim light. He moves it down and starts to blow on it and sort of like bring the flames back up to give him a bit of light. And you can now see quite clearly he's human. So vision down here is quite difficult for him.
You're not going to see it from there. You've got to check this out. I am going to die. This is going to spread. I don't know what it is. You're going to have to come closer and check it out.
Well, the boss wouldn't exactly want you to be dead, you know.
He's going to think you've done this.
What
He's
is
gonna
it?
blame
You
you.
tell. Hang on. He goes to start going for his keys. He says, "What is it? Tell me. Describe it to me." And he's kind of fumbling around.
I'm not a magician. I don't know. It seems to be like, I don't know, my leg's going black or dark, or it looks like something you've done to me, or something. I don't know. You guys, if you have any magic, do you have any curses, or do you have any poison, or what?
Just hang on a second. Stop yapping. And he pulls the keys off and he sticks them in the lock and he opens the door and sort of pushes forward and he sort of goes down to look at your leg and he's like, I don't see a damn thing. What you yapping
Right,
about?
I'm gonna grab him and crush him and kill him.
Give me it would be an attack roll and I'll say that he wasn't expecting this, so this is a surprise, so with advantage.
Excellent.
And
Well,
this
it's
is just your strength, because obviously you don't have any weapons or anything. You are completely de-armored and de-weaponed and
It's a
everything.
good job you've given me advantage, Phil, because my first roll was a 2, but my second roll's a 17.
Nice.
So would I had strength?
Your strength, yeah.
Right, I'm gonna absolutely kill this person. So strength, I'm feeling very angry. +3, so that's 21.
21. You've successfully. Hang on. Well, I do need to contest him. Okay. Hang on. Let me just check his stats. +2. What's your strength modifier, please? Because you both rolled exactly the same. He's rolled a 21 as well. So, what is your strength modifier?
Mine's +3.
Oh, this is a +2. You successfully grapple him. You've kind of got a hold of him, and you've got it around his neck. And you kind of, I'm assuming you kind of go to sleep. So, give me. Now, this is difficult because you're trying to do a whole suffocation thing, and there's going to be a lot of.
I'm a killer. This is what I do. I'm an underground assassin. This is bread and butter to me.
Okay, so you've got a hold of him now. What would you like to do now that you've successfully grappled him? And obviously you've got time. He's very likely going to raise an alarm somehow. He's not that stupid. So okay,
he's not getting a peep out. I'm choking his airway. He can't talk.
We'll see how that works out. So you've now. I will say that you can now roll. What would be a choke attack? I guess you're still attacking him, so you're gonna tighten. So it would be another attack plus your strength to tighten
Is this with
around him
because he's incapacitated?
You've got him grappled, so it's technically advantage on this.
Right, good. Right, okay. I've got a 13 and I've got a 15. What am I adding to it?
Your strength again.
So that's 3. So that's 18.
18. Unfortunately, you don't have proficiency with this, so yeah, 18. So you'll choke him. Give me a damage roll. Now, damage on this, unfortunately, is not much. It's still it's only 1d4 plus your strength. So give me a d4.
Right. So hang on. Let me just check my. I want to just check my superiority. It's not a weapons attack, so that doesn't count.
Nope.
No, that's a weapon. That's a weapon attack. No, I don't think any of them count because they're all. The ones I've got are based around weapons attacks.
So yeah, 1d4 plus your strength modifier.
Oh, this is going to be a long drawn out thing. All I just want to do is knock him cold. It's a 4.
Okay, plus strength, that's 7. So he's not unconscious yet. So he's still, obviously you've kind of got your armor on, and you can see now he's starting to struggle. And he's going to fight back, of course.
Hang on, can I use my second attack?
Do you have to use? Oh right, yeah. Sorry, yeah. You've got a second attack. So yeah, absolutely. So do the same thing. So roll an attack with and add your strength.
It's another 15, and 3 is 18.
18, yeah. Roll for damage then. So yeah, 1d4 plus your strength.
It's a 1 plus 3 is 4.
Okay, he's still conscious. So you're kind of still sort of struggling. You can hear as you're doing this, he's not going quietly. So there's a lot of jangling of your like your chains sort of going. You can sort of hear it as things are going on. It's not quiet. He's going to
Right, Phil,
attack back.
Phil.
Yep.
Now, hang on, Phil. I'm going to action surge it.
Okay, go for another 2 attacks.
Yeah, because this guy, I'm on one, Phil. I'm absolutely livid.
Okay.
Right, another 2 attacks. This guy, I'm going to
Ayla
choke
is
him in his own.
coming.
So this time, 16, because it's with advantage still, isn't it? So 16
Yeah.
plus my... It's a 2, plus 3 is 5.
Yeah. Yeah, that's another 5 points of damage. He is starting to yeah, he's starting to slow down a bit as if you're getting to him. Yeah,
Right,
so it's
last
starting
one
to
then.
sort of like, it looks like he's trying to reach for his sword to sort of pull it around. So you're just kind of tightening around his neck, quite a lot. Yeah, roll for your last attack.
It is... Oh, it's a 13, plus 3 is 16.
That will hit. Roll for the damage.
Yeah.
I say hit. I mean it's successfully doing its job. Is what I mean. Because you've already hit. Obviously, you've got a hold of him.
It's a 3, plus 3 is 6.
Okay. You see now. Yeah. Okay. So you've got a hold of this guy, and you coax him into the cell, and he goes to look, and you kind of jump around, and you get your arm, your strong arm, around him, and you're kind of pulling and yanking, and he's struggling. He's trying to reach for his sword, and you're just kind of like, go to sleep, go to sleep, go to sleep, and it's over in about 6 seconds as you just hear, as you kind of pulling his head around, a very unintentional snap.
Uh-oh.
As his body goes limp in your arms, is now
Right,
like
Phil.
you've now kind of got this very dead guard in your arms. What would you like to
Phil,
do?
what I'm gonna very quickly, but very calmly, fondle around his pockets for keys, find keys, unchain myself, undress him, put his clothes on, swap positions.
Okay. Right. So this, I do need to double check how long it takes to don armor. Give me just a second. So.
I'm quite a dexterous half-blood elf. I'm quite quick.
Yeah, but there's a specific amount of time it takes to don armor. So let's have a look.
What weight of armor is it, Phil?
It's leather armor, so it's it'll be medium, I think. Is it? No, leather is light armor. So
For brevity, would you like me to also look for stuff in the future?
yeah, that'd be great. Yeah, so light armor, it would take you a minute to don it.
And
but that,
what would that do to his AC? Because at the moment he's
it's
AC-less.
it's light armor. So it would just mean that, well, actually it'd be 11 plus your dexterity. So over the next minutes, you're going to start doing this, but okay, you don't hear anything yet. You start removing. Well, actually, sorry, you have to do it. So it's going to take you 2 minutes because you have to take it off him and then put it on. So that's 2 minutes of time that's going to be happening. Over the first 30 seconds, nothing seems to happen. You're pulling off his boots, and you've kind of got the chest that you've unbuckled it. You're starting to sort of remove it from his person. You then hear. Give me a perception check.
Uh-oh. Right. I have got a 2.
A 2. You hear nothing. You are too concentrated. You're far too sort of like, you're far too in concentration on getting these clothes off him as quickly as you can. You do hear, friend, I don't know what you're doing in there, but you better be quick. As Panan kind of speaks to you and draws your attention, you then sort of like listen out, and you hear off in the distance what sounds like a door being opened or unlocked. Kind of a key turning in a lock. Doesn't sound like you've got a lot of time. You've got the armor now off this person, so you've now got a naked man in your cell with you. It's going to take you another minute to put the armor on yourself. With your chain being on, you can't get you can't get close enough to. Oh no, you've taken the chain off your foot, haven't you? At this point, you can have a look down the corridor to see how much time you might have, or you can just continue to do what you're doing.
I'm gonna have a look quickly,
Okay.
slyly, with using dexterity. Not dexterity, stealth.
Okay, give me a stealth check.
It's an 18 plus my bonus of 6, 24.
Okay. 24, nice. You very stealthily sort of peep your head down the corridor, and you can see what looks to be, just at the top of the corridor, a wooden door. That is, you can sort of see it sort of moving slightly, and you can kind of hear mumbled voices on the other side, like, stuck. And it looks like someone's trying to force the door open to get in. It looks like maybe it's, always gets stuck and they're just having trouble. You do not know how long you've got left, but you know as soon as that door opens, you have seconds. So you've got a choice now. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna grab the sword and run.
Okay, so you grab the sword, which is a scimitar. So if someone could...
And the keys.
And the keys. So you grab the keys and the sword. And which way are you going? Because as you sort of looking, because you haven't really surveyed the area that much. As you,
I haven't had time.
I know you haven't. It's all happened very quickly. You sort of like push out. You open the door and you look down one end of the corridor. I do have my map, which I'm obviously not going to show you guys yet, but
Oh, please.
it's a battle map. So down one end of the corridor is a wall. There's no doorway or anything like that. The only entrance or exit to this particular area is the door that they are coming in.
Right, okay. I want to position myself to get the jump on them and get advantage on rendering my sword right through them. Chest.
Okay. So you. Oh, do you know what? I can't do it because it'll give too much away. So you kind of put yourself. There's a small wall. Oops. Hang on. Sorry. 1 second. Sorry. I know that my audience will be able to hear. Yeah, that.
Actually, Phil, is there a place in between my cell and their entrance where I could hide? They could walk past me, then I could just go through the door and lock them in. Is there anything I could So what I want to do is let them, if I can, then walk past me, and then depending on how many there are, I can then make a decision on whether I want to stay hidden or attack them, or is it just an open corridor?
It's kind of an open corridor. The only things in there are a couple of tables and a barrel with probably mead or something in there.
Could you theoretically hide under the table?
You could try. You can certainly try.
He's a warrior. He's a fighter. He's not going to be hiding under bloody tables. He's pissed off. He's gonna wait and get the jump on him.
Okay, so you wait a while, and you've got the scimitar in hand. You haven't managed to put on the armor. That would take another minute to do. So you've grabbed the sword, and you are hiding.
I've got the keys.
After about 20 seconds, the door eventually pushes open, and you hear what sounds like two figures. You can't see, but you hear two people having a conversation as they come in. One of them says, "You see, I always told you that bloody thing sticks. It's all the sewage and the dampness in the air. Can't you smell it? It smells worse than your armpits." Hey, no, don't be. All right, yeah, probably does. You see these. You hear these two voices, and you hear the footsteps coming down the corridor, and you also hear the voice of Pannon in the next cell. He just kind of says, "Don't know what you're planning on doing, friend, but don't be a fool. Don't be an idiot. Don't get yourself killed. They can get your blood whether you're alive or dead.
Oh,
He
never mind. Chains are meant to be broken. That's what I live by.
Okay. You wait a while until these two figures eventually sort of come down. One of them, you sort of see them sort of stood, and you kind of peering. You can see them stood inside the cell. It says, "Wasn't Venard supposed to be on duty, watching the prisoners? Has he gone for a shit again, leaving everything unguarded? I don't know. You can't hire this guy. He's a bloody dumbass. Oh, don't be so harsh of my brother. You know, he needed a job. Yeah, well, he's an idiot.
Right.
Where is he?
Phil,
Go on. Yeah, what would you like to do?
warriors often have an idea of what they're up against. Describe these two? Do they look like hardy, trained warriors, or do they look like layabouts just given a job? What does my fighting instinct tell me about these two? I'd know whether I want to take them on, fight or flight.
Okay, from what you initially see, just the way they're dressed very similarly to in the armor that the leather armor of the person that you've just killed, this Venard. But give me an insight check to see if you can ascertain anything else about these guys.
17. Let me just check my insight. I think that's a -1 insight. I should know it by now. Insight. Yeah, it's a -1, so it's 16.
16. Okay. So, with a 16, you manage to sort of ascertain that they look, especially, there's two of them. There's one quite big, burly one, the one that kind of has a bit of a low, slow voice. And then there's one that kind of is kind of scrawny looking. But the way he carries, because he's got his daggers in his hand, the way he carries his daggers, it looks like he has a lot of finesse with them. Looks like he knows how to use them, especially considering he actually holds them even when he's not seemingly prepared for battle. He wasn't, prepared to come here and fight. But he's actually still holding them sort of like backwards, so it looks like he knows what he's doing with them. The bigger, burlier one has quite a large sword on his back and a club at his side. They do look like they would be a lot tougher than Venard.
Ugh.
They look like, they look a little bit hardier than Venard. In fact,
Right.
one of them, the voice of the scrawnier one, sounds like one of the ones that you encountered when you were actually kidnapped.
And they were hitting me for some really huge damage rolls,
They were.
I mean, they were hitting me for like 20 odds.
Absolutely. So what would you like to do? That was a what?
You are.
That was with sneak attack.
Yes, yeah.
I mean, they were absolutely hammering me. They got down 60 odd points damage in like 3 or 4 attacks. It was insane.
So you've got this decision now to make. What would you like to do?
So, Phil, where am I in relation to the exit, and where are them the two numbnuts in relation to the exit?
So they are just outside your cell, and so like stood just at the wall, sort of like adjacent to you, so you can sort of just see them from around the corner of the wall. They are 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, about 55 feet from the exit. The corridor itself is 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 feet across. So it's quite a long, wide corridor, wide-ish, empty-ish corridor. So, I mean, you've got the choice. You can try to run for it, or you can try and fight for it, or you can stay where you are. It's entirely up to you.
I'm not staying. It's either fight or flight. So, if I was to attack them, would there be any advantage in attacking them because they're not prepared?
At the moment, it would be if you were to attack, it would be a surprise round. But then everything after that, you don't know.
Oh, he's gonna fight them because that's what he likes. Because he hates these people. Right, I'm gonna fight them.
Okay, so I'll let you have your first surprise round, and then I'll make you roll for initiative. So, how would you like to do the surprise round?
I'm gonna use the sword, and
Okay.
I'm gonna stab the nearest one with my sword.
Okay, right. Let me see if I can.
Can I do it so that, I mean, it's a corridor, yeah, and I'm a warrior, I'm a fighter, I know how to fight. Can I do it so that I can position myself in a way that only one of them has access to me? So if I stood to the rear of one, the other one couldn't actually attack me. Is the corridor wide enough? I don't know.
Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to share the screen with you so you can see the actual where you are.
Yeah.
Okay, so and I'll put the guys on for you. So there's the map. And
Everything in.
let me put the guys on. So we'll have this one and the bigger one, but I haven't got a bigger guy. So put this guy on just for now. Oh no, that's two blade singers. Don't want that. Delete that one. I'll just put this guy on. So these are the guys. One of them is. Let me turn him around. Because I was not expecting this at all. Killing the guard. So one of them stood there, the thinner one. The brown one is the sort of like the bigger, burlier one, and this is Pannon in there. So and the corridor is there's the door down there, and this is sort of like the corridor that you've got. You are hidden just around that corner there. So
where's the where? Right, okay, that's better.
That's walled off
so
down that way. So
yeah, so I could potentially attack green, and brown can't really at the minute. Can't really get to me, can he? He could move.
He can move on his turn, yes, but you'd get an attack off.
Yeah, I'm going to attack green.
Okay. So yeah, jump out, and I'll get you have your surprise round, and then we'll have a roll for initiative. So
Is that a straight roll then, or is it with advantage?
it's surprise round. I believe surprise has advantage, doesn't it? If a target is surprised, I'm fairly certain.
I'm gearing up for it. I'm pumped up for it. I'm ready. They're not.
Yeah. Where's me rules lawyers? Surprise round.
I believe that is the case,
no.
madam.
It's what? Sorry.
If it's with a rogue, it's advantage.
So
I'm not a rogue. I'm a
you're
fighter.
not a rogue. So surprise.
I don't know.
189.
I don't. I mean, I think all he gets is basically a round of attack before initiative.
Yeah. So
Okay.
if they are surprised, yeah, you get. You can have one round of attack before initiative. So yeah,
Right,
just
okay.
no advantage this time.
Okay, that's no problem. It's always worth asking.
So you swing the door open, which opens inwards. So you kind of push it open, and you come out of here, and I'm assuming you'll be about there.
Quick thing, Phil. Didn't you give Simon an inspiration dice end of last session?
Yes, I gave
Yes, you
everybody
did.
one. Yes.
Just reminding everybody.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. For the role play in the last session, I absolutely gave everyone an inspiration dice. Yeah.
Right,
so we all have an inspiration dice. Does that make Ash's one for his birthday kind of redundant?
He can have two
no,
for
'cause
today.
you have two.
So, what would you like to do? You've got a scimitar, which you are proficient with, so you can make an attack with that.
It's not a +1 weapon, though, is it?
No,
like I'm used to?
it's a standard
Oh,
standard weapon.
bastard! What a bastard! Right. Okay, I'm gonna roll my dice. It's a 15. What do I add on? My normal.
Yeah, I mean you're still proficient with scimitars, so with short swords, which is what it is. So you're fine. So you add your proficiency and your strength.
So proficiency is it a 2? Or it's actually a 3 now, isn't it?
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah, you are level 6.
Yes, it's 3. So
so-
that's 18, and then my strength is 3. So I'm adding 6 basically, aren't I?
Yeah.
So that's 20. It's a 21.
Okay. So, hang on, that one. 21 to hit does hit. So roll for damage as you jump out. You're what the bloody hell? Didn't you lock the gates?
It's gonna be a two-handed strike. What do I
Okay.
roll? Is it a D10?
Scimitars are not versatile.
Oh, okay.
They're a one-handed weapon.
Yeah.
Are they?
Yeah.
Oh,
So, yeah. So unfortunately, a scimitar is a one-handed weapon, so you don't get the versatile. So a scimitar is finesse, so you can use your dexterity if you wanted, but
right, okay.
so it's 1d6 plus dexterity
So it's the same.
or strength, whichever's higher. You know, it's your choice.
No, they're both the same.
Okay.
Trying to keep them both good because I'm a fighter. So damage. What am I rolling? Which dice?
1d6.
1d6.
Yeah.
Oh my good lord! I'm not gonna kill these two. Then. How come these two keep doing so much damage?
The rogues. If they
Yeah.
flank you, they'll get sneak attack.
Yeah.
I'll fight. It's a 5.
Okay. 5 points of damage.
No, 5 plus what am I plussing?
Your dexterity
Or your dexterity.
So
or your
three.
strength. It's up to you.
That's a 3. So it's a 5 plus 3 is 8. That's it.
Okay. Yeah. You do 8 points of damage to him, and he sees that you're there. And it's now roll for initiative. So roll your dice, your d20, add your initiative, and yeah, you're fighting now, man.
Oh dear.
I will get to you guys very shortly. I didn't expect him to do this. Never do.
I did.
Good point.
Yes, that was Ayla. You'll meet Simon's new character shortly.
Well, it's in his nature though. This is.
No,
not-
yeah, that's the way to play it. Play
Yeah.
for your character to their death.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
He's not one to hide. He never has. So I rolled. Do you want me to tell you what I rolled?
Yes, please.
So I rolled 11. I plus 3. That's 14.
14 for your initiative.
It's because I don't have that. I don't have a reroll because. Advantage because I don't have that sword.
Yep.
Okay.
You still have your manoeuvres, I think.
Do have my.
Oh yeah, you
Battle
can.
map.
Keep out master maneuvers,
Yeah.
yeah.
You can do that. Right. Okay. Well, the one that you've just attacked is going before you, so he's going to get a response now. He's going to. He kind of looks back aghast and bloody Venard left the thing open. And he's going to take his sword and he's going to. His daggers. Sorry, and he's going to make an attack on you. First attack. That's a 19 on dice. That is definitely going to hit. So
I've got no armor on.
No, I know. Where's my d4s? But I need 3 of them. I'll just roll it 3 times. That's 2, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 points of slashing damage to you. And his second attack is...
Right, he gets 2 attacks then.
Yeah. Is 17 plus his pluses. So that's another 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 points of damage. That's 21 points of damage from his first attack.
I want to use a superiority dice to parry.
Okay. Go for it. So, I need to...
So what I do is I roll my superiority dice and I add my dex modifier.
Okay. Does it have to beat it to... What does it have to beat?
All it does is when another creature damages you with a melee attack, you may use your reaction and expend 1 superiority dice to reduce the damage by the number you roll and your dexterity modifier.
Okay, good idea. So roll your superiority dice.
It's a 7 plus 3 is 10.
10. So you take 11 points of damage rather than 21 points of damage. It is your turn now. So how would you like to respond?
1 minute, I'm just updating my stats. Right. Okay. I'm going to attack green.
Okay, give me an attack roll.
Yeah. So it's just a standard roll, isn't it?
Well, no, you had your proficiency and your dexterity or strength.
So yeah, 15 add 3 is 18. Add 3 is 21.
Yeah, that 21 will hit. Yeah, roll for damage.
And it's a D6, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
1d6 plus your dexterity or strength.
Plus, so it's plus 3, and I'll throw in a superiority dice.
Okay. Which one?
What do you mean? Which one?
Well, what superiority ability are you using?
Oh, sorry. Yeah, good point. So the one where if you hit, you add your superiority dice to the attack roll damage. Lunging attack.
Lunging attack. Yep, go for it.
So I roll a 3 on dice. I add a 3 for my dex, which is or strength. Either they're both 3, which is 6, and then I add a 7, which is where we're at. 6 add 7, are we? So that's 4. That's 13. Yeah.
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 13.
Down to 2 superiority dice already.
Okay, and you've got a second attack.
Yeah. So I'm gonna give my second attack. I'm gonna try. I want to be quite intimidating when I'm attacking. I want to be like shouting, scare the shit. I want to scare them. I'm trying to intimidate them.
Give me your second attack then.
So that is 18 with
that
3.
That hits.
Right. Okay. Roll me d6. So d6 is a 5. Superiority dice is a 5. That's 10. Add 3 is 13.
Another 13. Okay. Okay, that's the end of your turn. Are you doing anything else?
Yeah, I'm gonna try and intimidate.
Okay, give me an intimidation roll.
I'm gonna scream in his face. So I want him to run away. He's just taking some damage from me. So I've got. Let's just check my stats for intimidate. It is plus 5, and it's a 15. So it's a dirty 20.
Okay. There appears to be some slight intimidation there, but he's not running away. It's you kind of get the feeling that these guys are a little bit more hardened than that. To be scared from a guy that's dressed in his lederhosen and swinging a scimitar around. So the first, the guy that you're attacking is kind of trying to, fight you off. He says, "Bono, get in here! Get bloody thing! You gonna help me or not?" You're like, "All right." He's gonna come around here, and he's gonna get behind you. And as he gets into here, he sees the dead body of his brother on the floor. He goes, "Did you kill my brother?" He says,
and I'm gonna kill you.
All right. He then takes his club from the side, and he's going swinging. First attack is it's going to hit you because your AC is only 10 at the moment. I believe it's 10 plus. Is it plus your dex as a standard? Standard AC.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, or is it just 10 with no armor on, isn't it? So yeah,
no, it's 10 plus something. I'm sure it is.
But it's still going to very much hit. You feel a whack across the top of your head, and a club. Where's my D6s? There we go, and he has 2 of those for his club. That is 7 plus 4. That is 11 points of damage over the back of your head. Second attack is a natural 1. He's too upset by the sight of his dead brother on the floor, and he turns his head as he goes to hit you again, and he's saddened by the dead body, the naked dead body of his brother, and he wonders what the hell you did to him. Misses his second attack as you manage to sort of like just dodge out the way of it. The other guy's just like, come on, he was an idiot anyway. Let's kill this fucker. And he's like, but the boss wants him alive. So the other guy's going to make his first attack on you. That is 14 to hit, which will hit. So you take 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 points of damage. And his second attack is a 13 to hit, which I think just meets your armor class at that. So that is... Oh, hang on. Sorry, wrong dice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 points of damage. So from that one, 12 and 9, so another 21 points of damage you take there. Oh, hang on. He's a rogue, so he should take advantage on those because you are flanked. So first one was not a natural 20. The next one was not a natural 20, so that's fine. I just wanted to roll and double check. So that's his turn. It's your turn now. How would you like to respond? You're taking some damage. How much HP have you got left?
19.
Ooh, so you can probably only survive one more round fighting with these guys.
I've got an ability as a fighter that lets me roll for
second wind.
Yeah, you can do second wind.
So I'll do second wind. Let's just have a check. Second wind. I've got it on here somewhere.
So Pannon just kind of, he can't get all the way there. He kind of gets to about there, and you just hear him say, "Don't be a fool."
1d10 plus. So it's a d10 plus your fighter level.
I don't know, Ayla, but Simon, if I'm being honest, I think this is very stacked against you.
He's going for it. Yeah. He's going for it. So
it is stacked against me, but this is a guy that's motto is chains are meant to be broken, and he's literally found himself in chains.
Yeah,
he's not going to want to talk about it.
So go on then. Make your attack.
So hang on, let me roll my hit dice thing.
Oh, you're doing your superiority. No, sorry, you're second wind.
Yeah, second wind.
It was a 2. It was a 2.
So
and
8.
I get to plus my fighter level. Plus 6 is 8.
Yeah.
That means I'm now on 27.
Okay, now make your attack. Is it a bonus action, isn't it?
Looking where they are, one of them's actually in the cell.
Yeah, it's sort of entered through where the doorway is, so the door is behind him. So the door is that way.
Is there any way I could grab Green and then throw him into Brown and then close the cell?
You've got the keys.
Yeah, you can certainly try. Just bear in mind that Green is the lighter of the two, so you'd have to be a hefty thrower. So I'm willing to allow you to try this. Go for it. So
the thing is, it's a case of I've got keys on me, haven't I?
Yeah.
And I know.
Yeah, give me a grapple check then. So it'd be a strength, an attack roll plus your 1d20 plus your strength. And if you have, oh no, it's not. No, it's for saving throws. So it's not saving throw. It's just a grapple check. So 1d20 plus your strength, and to grab the thin dude.
It's a 14 plus 3 is 17.
That succeeds. You kind of get your hands, and he's about to swing the daggers. You manage to sort of grab him, just sort of like by the arms and squish his arms into his sides. It's going to be your next action. Your second action will be to throw him into the cell, but you will have to spend your next action, and you haven't got an action surge if you want to lock the door. So you're going to have to roll pretty high to knock them prone. You're not going to be able to lock the door, but you might be able to run. realistically,
Okay.
in the time that you've got. So you grab hold of him. Your next action, you can turn and throw him. Roll me a strength check to throw him into the other guy. I want to see how effective it's going to be. If it's going to knock them both prone, or if it's just going to bounce off the big burly guy.
If I roll badly, could I use my inspiration?
You can use your inspiration to roll with advantage.
Could I?
Yeah, but you have to declare that you're doing it.
Right, I declare, because I've not rolled a thing, I declare that is what I'm doing.
Okay, so roll with advantage to do this, and you're using your inspiration.
I got a 9 and a 19.
Oh,
So 19 is 22, I believe. Which is that? Oh, yeah. Okay. You grab hold of the guy and you swing around and you throw him into the big burly guy, who at the time wasn't properly looking, as he's still looking over at the dead body of his brother on the floor. The other guy goes, ah! And gets thrown into the guy. They both sort of land on the floor, about here, in a bit of a heap on the floor. And you've got a bit of a way now. You can choose to move and get out, or well, what would you like to do? You've got your movement left, but they
Get out. Hi.
Okay. So you've got your movements, and we'll go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So you're heading towards the door. What I'm going to do there is, as you're getting away from that situation, I'm actually going to cut away from there, and we'll find out what happens in a moment. But what we're going to do there, guys, is we're going to take a short break, and when we come back, we'll be finding out what happens when Korvax goes to tell the others that Alar is gone. So we're going to take a 10-minute break. We'll come back at about 10 to 8, 10 to 5 to 8, if that's okay with everybody.
yeah.
And then we'll continue this part, because this is different time zones as well, because this is happening a few hours later. So we'll find out what happens with you guys. So for those watching, thank you, and we'll be back in about 10 minutes. See you shortly. Hello everyone and welcome back to Call It Quits, where we're in a little bit of a predicament at the moment with Alar and his current captivity within the Infernals prisons of the and the sewers, formerly of the Thieves Guild. Alar has managed to break free of his restraints, kill one of the guards, and is now making a run for it. However, he does have two of the guards hot on his heels, so will he escape? That is a question that we are going to ask after we head on over to find out what the rest of the party are doing. So, everybody else, Korvax, we're going to start with you because this is you've just made the discovery. So, you've just finished speaking with Dondon. Not with Dondon, sorry, I do apologise. That's your dead father.
Wow!
Sorry, man.
Throw that in right at the beginning. Right to the back.
Curiosity. We haven't actually got his body. Have the thieves stolen Dondon's body as well, along with the gem?
No, that's different cart. It's a different cart.
Dondon's still.
Yeah. Anyway, I digress. You've just finished speaking with Bronwen, Sir Bronwen Regelstar, after rudely waking him up in the middle of the night to tell him information that he pretty much already knew. Sacrificing your rest as well. So you haven't slept this night. You head on over to the stables, which is just below the Three Horses, I believe it's called. The Three Horses Inn, to see Alar. And the gems, only to find that he is missing, and so are the gems, and there is signs of what appears to be a fight or a scuffle or something. At this point, you have no idea if Alar is alive or dead, and you don't know where he is, but you kind of get the idea that he didn't just abscond with tens and thousands of gold worth of gems.
There's a chance.
There is a chance. So, upon seeing this, this is about 3 hours prior to the events that we've just seen. So, what would you like to do?
I'd like to have a quick look around and see if there's any clues. So,
okay, give me an investigation check.
17.
17. With a 17, you have a look around and you're specifically looking at the evidence that has been presented before you. You can see where the cart was parked, and the scuffle appeared to have happened sort of like around sort of the back end of the cart. So you can see that where the it's a stable-ish kind of place. So it's a kind of like a gravelly dirt ground. So you can see where the ground has been kicked up a bit and there's been blood spilled on the ground. And you can see where the tracks lead away, which sort of lead out and into the streets of the gems cart. You also notice, you can sort of ascertain how many people were here. There was obviously Alar, and he looked to have been attacked from both sides. Some people very light on their feet, but leave very dainty sort of footmarks on the floor. But then you also notice, if you kind of look, and there are also the ground is disturbed by other footfalls, which look to be someone that's not necessarily part of the fight, but was there as well. So there was evidence of 3 other people other than Alar. Although these footfalls could just belong to someone else, it does look suspicious that they're in the same area and they look just as fresh.
Judging by the size of the shoes, can I approximate the height, or the roughly the height of the individuals involved?
Not the ones that were fighting Alar, because they're a little bit too all over the place. You can just about tell there was 2 people because they're either side of where the blood splatter is. It could be one very fast person, mind you, but to be this fast, it's more likely it was 2. But the other one, you can give me an investigation check on the other one. I'll say it's an intelligence check on the other one to see if you can ascertain how tall a person this might be.
And that 20.
Nat 20, nice. First Nat 20 of the stream. Booyah. I like it. And I'm never saying booyah again. Yeah, Nat 20. You can ascertain that these are very heavy footfalls from some very big feet. They look to be the boots are probably leather boots, as they leave quite a sizable mark in the ground. And judging by the depth, the size, and the stride of this person, it looks to be made from what you can only probably ascertain to be either a very large orc or a Goliath.
Okay, well, I'll be basing it off kind of Garroth's kind of footfalls and stuff.
Mhm.
So, okay, and there's nothing else. No weapons, no daggers, no
nothing was left behind.
blood pools or anything like that.
The rest of it was this. The blood pools. Yes, you can see that there are markings of blood around. But it looks as though there was some attempt to try and hide them, like some of the gravel on the ground has sort of been kicked over it to try and hide it. But you can still see that it's there, even though it's quite dark. The odd average Joe probably wouldn't notice it, but you being a member of the Thieves Guild and an adventurer, you've seen blood splatter before. You know what what it looks like in most scenarios.
And judging by the soil, can I see roughly what direction the cart was dragged off in?
You can tell exactly. You knew where it was parked, and the tracks lead out, sort of like up a slight ramp out onto the streets. Once you get out onto the streets, though, you can attempt to follow them, but the streets get very busy, and you might find them that they kind of get lost amongst the other tracks.
Okay.
And things, but you can, as we say in the business, you can certainly try.
No, I'll head back into the inn. It's definitely not my expertise, and I'm gonna go straight to Raljian's door.
Okay, so you head back to the Three Horses Inn. It takes you. Oh no, you're actually there. So you just sort of head around and through the main entrance where the secretary sort of stood there. And was like, how may I help you?
Go into my room. Bye.
Oh, very well. Okay. And you kind of sort of like go past. You maybe wave a key at him, and you go past. You head on up the stairs, and it does occur to you that Raljian actually never told you what room he was in. So you don't actually know which room Raljian is staying in. You know where Bronwyn is, and you know where your room is, which you got directly next to him, where Garroth is sleeping. And
I'll go and grab Garroth.
Okay, so Garroth, you are asleep in bed trying to catch 40 winks.
Yep.
And Korvax comes into the room and...
I'm not being quiet. I'm in a bit of a panic at the moment. I'll kind of jump up onto the bed and shake him until he's actually awake.
Well, it's morning already.
No. The gems have been taken, and it looks as though someone may have killed Ayla.
I will look very, very annoyed. Not the gems part, the Alar part.
Oh, okay.
No one fucking kills Michael Landman. Right. I'll probably almost accidentally throw Korvax off getting up.
Okay.
Right, and I'm just
I'll pick myself up and then I'll go to Bronwyn while Garrett's getting ready.
I'm just gonna grab my gear and
Okay.
I'm gonna go out the door to the door exactly opposite ours, because I'm just gonna assume that they put us all.
You go to
boot out the door to the room opposite.
You boot down to the door to the room opposite, and you are not greeted directly because there's a small corridor that leads down into the bedroom area. But you hear, "What is this? No! There's an attacker! Wake, Betty, wake up, Betty!" And she's like, "Oh, what's going on?" And you kind of go down to the corridor, and you see this old couple laying in bed. One of them has got a book in his hand. It looks to be like a book of, I don't know, some sort of Bible that's probably put in the, a fantasy Bible. Let's call it that. He's kind of got his hand. He's kind of holding it above his head, like looking around, and he's got turned the lantern up so he can see, and he sees you, this orc, half orc, but walk into the room with an axe on his back. He's like, ah! He looks terrified.
Stop. Obviously got the wrong room.
Get out, please. Leave us alone. Take what you want. We have gold. We have platinum. Just take what you want and you'd be on your way. Please, don't kill us.
Do you know what possibly a small grey gnome person is, or like a drow, like guy?
No.
Shit. Right. Go to the next door.
Right.
Okay.
While he's doing that, I'm going to be knocking gently on Bronwyn's door. I'm just letting Gareth get on with it.
Right. Just for clarity, I believe you did say I was on the same floor.
Yeah.
Just like 4 or 5 doors down.
Yeah, you are. And I was going to say, you will be asleep, but what is your passive perception?
My passive perception is 15.
So yeah, you'll hear that the sound of a door breaking in and then a man and a woman screaming is enough to make you sort of like jolt you away because you kind of wake from your sleep, and you've had a full rest from this. Being Elvenkind, you have a full rest. So you wake up and Lynx kind of gets from like, what was that?
I grab my bow and a quiver and run out into the corridor in my fine silk pajamas.
You run out into the corridor and you kind of you're a few doors down, so you're about 4 doors away, and you sort of like run slightly down the corridor. Your visage that is before you, you see Garroth with his foot just about to burst open another door, and got Korvax just looking like he's not even fazed by what Gareth is doing. His hand just about to knock on Bronwyn's door.
Guys, what are you doing?
Oh, right, Raujin, you're there. Right.
Yeah.
Gems have been stolen and they fucking killed or possibly took Alar. So, murders are calling. Grab your gear. We're finding Alar and murdering the fuckers.
As soon as I heard Alar's been killed, I'm going back into my room and getting ready. Lynx, let me put your armor on.
Yeah, sure.
You did say there was some sort of magic intercom system.
There is actually in your rooms, because you've got the finer rooms. There is a sending stone sort of cemented into the wall.
I tap it to activate it and start getting dressed while I'm waiting for them to pick up.
Okay, it's it basically goes down to a master gem, which is actually downstairs in the foyer. He will basically put you through. So you press it and you have to send a message. It's a sending stone, so a message of 25 words.
Can the kitchen get 3 bottles of grease ready for me? I'm on my way down.
There is a response.
These people have really kinky things going on.
You hit like there's a response like, I'm sorry. We're currently dealing with a situation upstairs. One of our clerks is heading up to the first floor to deal with what sounds like a panicked thing. We'll be with you shortly. At which point, Gareth and Korvax, you then see... Korvax, you've knocked on the door at this point. Bronwyn's taken his time. You see the reception...
It's been like 5 minutes since we last saw him, so
yeah.
I'm hoping he's not gone to sleep yet.
Well, I don't know. He was pretty tired. Anyway, you see the receptionist comes upstairs and is like, he's got a sword in hand. He doesn't look like he knows how to use it. But it's like, what's going on?
The door, I will just draw my crossbow, point it at his face, and just say, just leave. I need to speak to Bronwyn.
You have 3 seconds to put your weapon down before I'll be calling the town's guard.
I rush back out, hearing this.
That's 17.
Guys,
the bolt fires and misses his head by about 2 inches.
No, stop!
He runs. Stop. He runs away. He's bolted down the stairs. do with that information what you will. As that happens, Maureen,
guards,
you're
yeah.
just a little bit further down the corridor. You hear all this going on as well. Is there anything that you would like to do?
Is it obvious that it is the gang causing a bunch of ruckus in the hallway?
It definitely sounds like Garroth and Korvax and a very panicked
So-
Raljin. So yeah.
Morin stands up, he does a bit of a stretch, he grabs his shield, and he'll open the door. Is Gareth obviously wielding his weapon angrily hitting doors?
No,
No,
you said you were booting them down.
foot.
Yeah, so he's booting them down with his foot. He's not got his weapon drawn. You walk out of your room at exactly the same time as Bronwyn opens his door. And he opens the door, and he too has his sword in his hand. He's like, "What is going on?"
Ayla is possibly dead. Worst case scenario. Best case scenario, he's been kidnapped by the Thieves Guild.
This is a lot of information to take in. Why are the people screaming?
They're going for more guards, which is a good thing. We need all of the guards here.
No!
Yeah.
Nothing!
I'm not getting back to sleep tonight, am I? No, I'm not.
No.
Apparently not. Morin will continue stretching and walk back into his room to put his armour on.
Korvax, yes. Okay, I'm sorry that your friend has been taken, but
Your son
Ayla.
has been taken.
Sorry, I'm half asleep. Ayla's been taken.
I'm aware. Yes, there's a lot of blood in the street, a missing cat with a lot of gems. We need to get a move on now.
We do. Okay. Whatever the town's guard come, they can deal with this. Whatever later. Let me get my things. I'm coming with you. Yeah. Give me 10 minutes. I need to get sorted. And he goes back into his room, and you can sort of hear sort of the rushing of someone sort of getting ready. Someone that seems panicked, actually. As that's happening, you do see the secretary comes back up the stairs with 2 Regal Star guards at his side. One of them is Garin. Garin
He's in there, Garin. Ayla's been possibly killed. Or taken by the Thieves Guild.
By the sound of it, it sounded like someone was making an assassination attempt on Bronwyn. I came here as fast as I could. What is going on, guys? He looks up at the wall and points at the crossbow bolt stuck in the wall. Please tell me that.
He was being
Please
very
tell me that was an
uncomfortable.
accident.
Yes, it was an
if I
accident.
wanted
It was
to shoot him, he'd have been shot in the face.
Just to clarify, I am still booting down doors till I find Jan.
Jan is appeared. He's appeared before you boot down many more doors. Oh dear. So yeah, you're all now together in the corridor, and Garin and a younger looking Regal Star soldier who you've not seen before, but still adorns the armor. They're kind of there, and they're talking to the receptionist. You hear the words, "They're with the Regal Stars. They're privately contracted. Just leave it with us." And he and there's
I'll
the
just wave at the attendant.
and the old guy whose room that Gareth burst into sort of looks out in the room and says, "Excuse me, might we get another room? This one's a little drafty since that person kicked down our door."
I walk over, and I put. How much is it per night in here again?
I believe it's around about 60 gold a night.
I put 60 gold in his palm, and I go, "I am so sorry."
Just make sure it doesn't happen again. And he picks the door and leans it against the frame. And then you hear a voice and says, "Is it sorted, love?" "It's fine, Betty." We go back to sleep.
Morin will hear like that sort of commotion, I'll walk over and say, apologies for the inconvenience. I'm going to cast Prestidigitation
Okay.
and make the smell of a wonderful spring morning just be like a complimentary smell whilst I look at this door and see if I can fix it through magic. And
Oh.
I'm just going to cast Mending multiple times whilst everyone else is getting their shit together.
Okay.
And just repairing cracks in the door frame so that the door can just be easily put back on.
Okay. So yeah, you managed to sort of fix the door frame and repair the cracks, and yeah, the door, it's not perfect, but it's a lot better than the splintered mess that Gareth had left it in. And yeah, it would be easily attached back on to the hinges as soon as the repairman comes. That's what you get done within the 7 minutes that it takes for Bronwyn to quickly don his armour and get himself ready for finding Ayla. So sorry. Where was the last place you saw him? Come on, man! Come on!
This way.
Caravan.
What?
Yeah, this way.
Okay.
Raljin thought it'd be a cracking idea to leave the caravan here.
This is one of the safest places in the city. If it's not going to be safe here, it's not going to be safe anywhere. Now, the caravan's not important. I want to find Ayla. Okay?
To be honest, you're not wrong. The only safer place would have been at the mayor's office in the barracks. But of course, it's 4 a.m. Oh, it's not anymore. What time is it? 6?
Right, enough talking. We find whoever did this. We give him a killing. Where are we?
Why don't we ask Kovacs? He seems to know.
Kovacs, did you say? Did you say that
There's
this was
only
something to
them
do
down.
with the Thieves Guild and those gems?
Roji, you are a tracker. Go down to wherever this place was and track.
I did find something. Bronwyn, are you aware of any individuals in the city, either a Goliath or a half-orc or full-orc, about the size of Gareth, that works anywhere near any guild-associated places?
The size of Gareth. So you're looking at a half-orc.
Half-orc plus, or maybe a Goliath, someone heavy like him. Footprints out there kind of match Gareth's stature.
Goliath, you say?
Or half-orc or orc. Anyone who...
Well, the only reason
associated.
you say Goliath, they're pretty rare around these parts, but there has been one that we've been keeping an eye on. His name is Bawazan. He's he's got connections with he's been seen out and around Opal Hearts, so he's probably got connections with the guild.
Where do we find him?
Well, Opal Hearts might be a good place to start.
Yep, let's see what Raljin finds. Maybe
Okay.
Lynx can track the cat.
Come on, gal. Right. So, so much for my trick arrows. I guess those will have to wait. Right. Let's head downstairs. So Raljin leads them down to the stable area.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah. It takes you a few minutes to get down there. And you are greeted with the same sort of scenario. Although a couple of other carts have come in and gone. There is actually another cart now parked in the space where all this went on. Just with a gentleman that's just offloading his horse.
Stop!
Well,
5 in the morning.
yeah, travellers come and go all the time. It's about 6 o'clock now, looking at the time. But yeah, travellers come and go all the time. It's a town that you know travellers are on the road all the time. So yeah, sort of coming in, sort of like moving his horse. He's like looking really, really tired. As you kind of go up and say, "Stop!" And he's like, Well, if that was might have woken me up.
Yes. Sorry about that, but we're on official business, and I have to ask you to stay perfectly still for just a moment.
He looks around and sees all the people that's walked in. The gentleman's kind of wearing like farmer's clothes in his cart. It looks like it's been carrying crop or something. He's just got like he's sort of like offloading this big black Shire horse from the cart, and he kind of stands still and sees Bronwyn like dressed in his regal star armor. And he's like, okay.
Lynx, let's get to work. I'm going to start see if I can follow any tracks. I know there's already something here because I've been told. I just want to see if I
point
can.
out what
Yeah.
I'll point out where the scuffles were. I imagine
Yeah.
some of it's been disturbed with the horses and everything. I'll
Mhm.
point out the blood where it's been tried to be covered up, and I'll point roughly where the tracks were of the cart when it was moved.
Okay.
But again, if they've been disturbed,
Yeah.
so try
So-
and give Ralgin advantage.
Okay, so
Malrin
well, go on. Malrin.
I was going to say Malrin will also. I'll use my channel divinity, knowledge of the ages, to gain proficiency in survival for the next 10 minutes, and then I will grant assistance to Ralgin so that he can roll with advantage.
Okay. Well,
I was going to do that as well. Well, you could save your spell there.
so I mean, it's entirely up to you. With that, Ralgin, are you doing the search or is Lynx doing the search?
I would say probably Lynx because smells linger longer than footprints.
Okay. So Lynx is going to sort of like and sort of sniff the air. She's more of a hearing is probably more her thing. But she can give it a try. So if you're gonna help, if someone's gonna help, we'll say we'll say Lynx can roll with advantage with assistance, and Ralgin you can roll separately with advantage with assistance from the guys, and then it's all around. Got a bit more of a chance then.
All right, so Lynx, she, just real quick. Sorry, what am I rolling? Survival.
It's well, it's tracking. So yeah, I'll allow survival for tracking. It's survival or investigation, but whichever's higher.
Okay, well, it is. Lynx gets a dirty 20.
Okay. What about yourself?
And I get 22.
22. So yeah, pretty good. Between the two of you, sort of like searching, you can see that you kind of go off in two separate directions with the rest of the party. I think Garroth and Morin probably helping Ralgin, and Korvax with Lynx sort of go off in separate directions. And
I'll be
Bronwyn
pointing the footprints out to Lynx with the where the Goliath was. I kind of wanted to get a sense of his smell.
Yeah, and Bronwyn's gonna kind of walk up towards the farmer who you've told to stand still. The farmer just goes, "Why can't I move?" Bronwyn just goes, "I think there's a magical trap in the area. Just be very careful." The guy just kind of stands like there's a look of shock in his face. Says, "You guys continue your investigation." You find as you sort of go full circle and meet the tracks, and you both kind of come full circle and round and meet at the doorway as the tracks sort of lead up towards that way. Bronwyn then turns around and says to the guy, "Just remain still until we've left." The guy goes, "Okay." You guys lead out sort of up the slope and into the street, and you see it's not clear at all. It's very, very slight, but you can see some disturbances in the mud which match the depth and sort of like size of the wheel of the cart. And Lynx follows the scent and sight of the boot prints. It looks as if as soon as the cart got out onto the streets, he then mounted the cart and his tracks sort of end. But the tracks of the cart seem to they're different to the other carts like that are seen on the road, because they've got a heavy load with this what appears to be this Goliath, this Bawazan, who has mounted it. So you actually find that the cart's tracks are pretty not easy, but a lot easier than they should be to follow. So you follow them down down the street, and you're following them for a good while. Let's say probably around about half an hour through the streets.
As we get onto the main street, I'm going to tap my hat,
Mhm.
and I'll turn into the halfling
Okay.
version of Korvax.
Okay. So you followed on. It's basically on the other side of the noble district. Leading to where Opal Hearts is. The tracks sort of lead up towards the door of Opal Hearts, which is not big enough for the cart to go through. But then the tracks seem to just end. There doesn't seem to be anything.
I've seen this before. I'm going to have a look around and see if there's the usual trigger to go into the subterranean entrance.
Okay.
So I'm going to use my inspiration for this as well. So 15, 18, 19.
19.
And I kind of know-ish what I'm looking for.
Yeah. Well, what you'd be looking for would be the signs of the thieves' cants and things like that would, that would show that there was some sort of symbol here. You search the area, and there doesn't look to be any other disturbances of the ground. So, subterranean entrances, you can't see any of those. You head on over to the door, and there is a picture, sort of like just underneath, sort of like where the archway for Opal Hearts is. Underneath where I'm trying to sort of like describe it to you. The archway comes up and there's like a cube with a picture of an opal just above the doorway, and underneath the cube there is a piece of thieves' cant in the shape of a bird with a long beak.
Okay.
That's what you see.
Korvax, is this the place?
Gareth, give me a moment. Does it look as though anything moves in the relief, or is there a recess to press?
You can't reach it. It's obviously being a goblin, you're quite small in stature, so you can't actually
Gareth,
reach
lift me
it to
up.
press
I
it.
need to look at this.
All right, I'll pick him up.
Okay, you get a good close look. It appears to be sort of a white feathered bird in flight, with quite a long curved beak with a point on the end. It looks as if it's sort of engraved into the wood, but it doesn't appear to be a button or anything.
So what, when you say engraved, like possibly you need the key would be to push it into it?
It depends. There's no key. There's no keyhole or anything like that. It's just a picture of this bird that's engraved into the wood. The bird is white feathered, in flight, with a long beak.
So like a stork?
Similar to a stork.
Does it look as though if I touch it, does it look as though anything moves in there? So I'm going to check for traps as well. So.
I say, right, sorry, I'll just describe one. I say a long curved beak. It's not a long curved beak. It's sort of a long pointy beak.
So does it look as though it moves? So
There's
like you could move it so that
it doesn't appear to be any movement to it at all. It's just engraved in the wood.
If I look around, are there any other storks or any other white birds anywhere else that I can see?
Give me a quick investigation check.
19, 20, 21, 22, 23.
23. No, this appears to be the only one that you can see. It's on top of the door, and as you look up, and yeah, it's a bird with a pointed beak.
Because I was a runner for the guild for a while. Have I seen this before? Do I know what this means?
History check.
That's not as good, but 16.
16. You know that the guilds like to do a bit of wordplay sometimes when it comes to passwords, and using animals and their homonyms is usually one way that they create passwords, and then they translate them into thieves' cant, which can create magical passwords.
Okay, so do I know what this bird is?
Give me a nature check.
Oh, that's 18. What is nature? Nature is insects. 19.
Oh, right, okay. So you were familiar on the familiar lands as a stork. Not a stork. It's a crane.
Okay. Am I aware of any passwords with the word crane involved or a play on crane?
You speak Thieves' Cant, correct?
I do, yes.
Okay, so with that knowledge, what would you like to do?
I'll speak the Thieves' Cant translation of crane.
Okay, you say crane in Thieves' Cant. And as you say the word, the little glyph, the bird, begins to glow a little bit brighter, like a bright white. And you hear a dink, 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 dink. And something begins to move above you. You all look up, and everyone else that's sort of like out on the street, you then see as what appears to be like an arm, mechanical sort of, moves over, and then a winch comes down, about the size of a cart, to go on.
I'll get on it.
You stand
I also
on it.
get on it as
stand
does
on
Liz.
Okay. As you stand on it, nothing happens.
I'll have a look. Is there another glyph on here? If not, I will say the word crane again.
Okay. As you say the word crane again, it begins to go and rise up. Okay. As it rises up, it then sort of winches round, and you are then plonked, sort of like lifted down. I said plonked, that's a good word, isn't it? You are dropped carefully onto the flat roof of this Opal Hearts building. It looks as if a lot of foot traffic comes through here. Not guarded at this point in time, so it's quite quiet. You kind of expect it to be guarded, but it's not. And when you sort of look over, there is actually what appears to be a what's the word? It's sort of like a winch-operated lift at the back, which seems to go down where the chimney breast would go down the building.
Dumbwaiter.
A dumbwaiter, that's the one. Yeah, there is a dumbwaiter there.
Just as a quick retcon, Phil, I would have left like the equivalent of breadcrumbs for yarn. So I've put using prestidigitation.
Mm-hmm.
I will have put like symbols of serpents.
That's fine. We'll say that he's
points
catching
along.
up. We'll say that he's catching up,
Awesome.
and he'll join us when he can. So yeah, there is a dumbwaiter there, and it would fit all of you in there. It's the size of the cart, so the cart could easily get in there. As you go on,
I'm going to just look over to Bronwyn
mm-hmm.
and just say, "Do you trust me?"
I mean, you've given me quite a few reasons not to, but you've given me a lot of reasons to trust you. So yes, I'll say cautiously I do. Why?
I'm going to walk over to him and just say, "Give Gareth your sword," and I'm going to loosely bind his hands behind his back.
What are you doing?
I think I know what he's got planned.
We have managed to kidnap the prestigious Bronwyn Regal Star, and we are now going to seek reward from the Thieves Guild.
You think
It's
that's going to work?
No, it's going to get messy, but it might buy us a few seconds so we can squish some heads. Stay near Gareth to grab your sword. And I'm going to touch the top of my hat
Give it a
again,
try.
and I know the illusion. I can turn myself into a regular-sized person, but if anyone touches it or anything like that, it disappears.
Yes.
I'm going to turn myself into the innkeeper
Okay.
from the faux mimic.
Yep. I'll have his name shortly, but yeah, you turn yourself into the innkeeper from the faux mimic. Okay. Yep. So you now look like a sort of a stout halfling innkeeper.
Oh, I didn't realise he was a halfling, so it's the same size, so no.
Yeah, he is actually. I believe he's a halfling. I will just double check. I want to make sure.
I for some reason thought he was human, but it doesn't matter if it's halfling. That's even better.
Pretty sure he's halfling. Where am I? NPCs. That's not Flambite. It's Wesley Briskbane, and
Shut up, Wesley.
yeah, he's a gnome. So yeah, he's about average build, blue eyes with long wiry brown hair. His face and he's got a scar down the left side. So yeah, and from what you recall, he has kind of a hush tone to his to the way that he speaks.
I'll be doing my best to mimic him
Okay.
going forward.
There's going to be performance checks going on this, just so you know.
Would it not be deception because I am lying out my ass?
No, it's not deception. Deception is you lying. You are trying to be someone else. You are pretending to be someone else. This would definitely be performance.
Okay.
So
Consider it as acting.
yeah. Bronwyn, sorry, I should not have made these characters the same, sound the same, but never mind. Bronwyn is going to go along with it. It says, the moment I see danger, I'm breaking out of these bonds. Do you understand me,
That's
Corvax?
the idea, yes. So Gareth, just place your hands on Bronwyn's shoulder so he can get close to his sword if he needs it.
Right, yeah.
Just get close.
Don't worry, Bronwyn. I don't see this ruse lasting beyond 6 seconds.
That's generous.
And while we're doing that, I'm going to reach behind my back
Mm-hmm.
and I'm going to take out my, was it aquamarine or topaz? The bag of topaz gems.
Oh, right, the aquamarine, the one that you took from the gem.
I'm not taking out Gareth's. I'm going to take out these other ones, and I'm just going to be throwing them up and catching them as I get onto the winch thing going down.
Okay. You step on the winch, on the dumbwaiter, and you realise that one of you is actually going to have to stay up to operate it.
I have
That
a
will
plan.
leave Jan at top.
Oh,
Oh look, Jan appeared.
Jan comes up and he's like, "Oh, I saw the breadcrumbs that you were leaving. What's going on?"
Just, is it another thieves' crane symbol, or is it a different one, or is
No.
it just a button?
This is a winch, so you have to wind it. So someone has to be at the top to actually wind it.
That and keep an eye on the roof for us, Jan. If anything gets too
Oh, what
too
do
swirly,
what do I do if someone
Just-
comes?
Cry.
hide.
Okay.
I'm also going to take out my special arrow, make sure that everything is fixed and nice while we're waiting to go down.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, and I'm going to keep that handy,
Okay.
just in case.
Okay.
While we're going down, because just in case they may have seen us before, I make sure to pull my hood down low so that my face is obscured as much as possible.
Okay.
I do absolutely nothing.
Okay. So, are you doing anything special, Maureen?
I am just going to have my shield close and keep focusing ahead.
Okay. So, you all step onto the dumbwaiter, and Jan is going to winch you down, so you can ting 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 as you are lowered down. From the time that you're actually on it, and it's a very slow moving dumbwaiter. It's you feel yourself sort of going further and further down, as if you go past the building or past the height of the building, and then you start to go below. So as if you're going down below, like the basement level of this, and past the basement level and probably sewer level of the actual of the town of Thistenholm. It's growing darker and darker as the light above you, which you can still see, but it's starting to sort of like becomes less and less prominent down here. And as you reach the bottom, you are greeted with a set of double doors, which would then open out into this into something. But as you sort of like go to shake them, they are locked. They are closed.
I'll break out my thieves' tools.
Okay. You give
And
me.
I'm going to be looking for traps as well, just to be on the safe side.
Okay.
Because I know these are squarely bastards.
Okay.
So what do you want me to roll first? Investigation for the trap or investigation for the skills for lockpicking?
Well, if you want to look for traps first, roll investigation for traps first.
Right, okay, so 18 on dice, so that would be 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, so...
22. Doesn't appear to be trapped as you investigate it. But as you're looking, you hear a voice coming from the other side. Who's there? Who's there? State your business. What are you doing down here?
Is there any holes or any gaps or anything like that?
No, it just sounds like they're shouting through the door. So, like, there's a slight gap in the door. So it just sounds like they're shouting through ears. Shouting through the centre of it.
I'm going to cough and kind of make my voice sound a little bit gravelly, and then I'm going to try a deception roll. I'll take that. I dropped it, so 16.
Performance.
Oh, it'll be performance.
Yeah.
Charisma. So that's 17.
17.
And imitate the innkeeper and just say, "It's your lucky night. I've got someone trying to offload some of what I think is your stolen gems."
Briskmane, is that you? You sound a little
What was that,
hoarse. Briskmane, is that you? You sound a little hoarse.
Yeah. Yeah, it's been a long night. Got a bit of a cough.
Go on then, tell us what you got.
I've got about 2,500 gold's worth of gems and Bronwyn Regal Star.
What the hell are you doing bringing the heat down here?
I figured we could have a bit of fun.
You do realise that he's the captain of the Regal Star Company. If they find out that we got him...
And he was the one that was trying to flog me the gems.
What the hell would the Regal Star be doing? Flogging gems? Give me a deception check now.
It's not terrible. 15 plus... I actually have deception, so 15 plus charisma. 19.
19.
He's bent as a butcher's hook.
Look, right, okay. I don't know what the boss is going to say about you bringing the heat down here, but get the frig in here now. And you hear as something opens up, and the doors sort of open. You are greeted by sort of like a half elf who's kind of is a wood elf, so he's kind of got a darker tone to his skin, but he's completely bald on top, and he looks like he's seen a few burn marks in his time on his face. One of his eyes looks
distract
blind.
him so he's not going to ask too many questions. I'm going to just throw the gem pouch at him. So kind of just like nonchalantly.
You're
Figured
saying
you
that
boys would want these back.
yeah, you look different. Yeah, you're saying that that he was trying to. He kind of looks at him, and Bronwyn kind of stares back at him with a hatred. Says, "You're saying he was trying to flog these to you?"
Well, I didn't pull them out my ass, did I?
I guess not. I guess the boss will be quite happy with this. He's looking for the ones that set up the Zorn attack on us. Obviously, it was a Regal Star ploy. You definitely made sure you weren't followed, didn't you?
I'm not stupid.
I don't know. You did let your tavern get up and walk away. Yeah? We all had a good laugh about that.
That wasn't my fault.
Oh, yeah. Sure. You know, letting them park that shit down in your basement. Anyway, come on. Balzana's going to want to speak to you. And you. Who are these lot, anyway? They're not part guild. Not Infernals. What are you doing bringing outsiders down here? That's not your...
handle him on my own.
That's not your department, Briskmane. You're not the one that's supposed to be bringing in initiates.
I'm going to shoot him in the cock.
Yeah, I was waiting for that. So I would like to say I'm ready to rumble as soon as Korvax does something.
Okay. Roll me an attack roll.
18 to hit.
18 will definitely hit. Yes, roll for damage.
Because we're all around. Well, it's sneak. So that'd be assassinate because it'd be a crit. It would also be sneak attack because he wasn't expecting it. So okay. So let's have a look. So no, crossbow bolt is that. So 3 plus the sneak attack. 10. 17, 18. Oh, sorry. 10. 28, 29, 30, 31.
31 points of damage.
In the nudges.
He doesn't even see it coming. You lift up your crossbow as he's speaking and having a go at you, and you just offload. I'm assuming not the elephant gun. You offload one of your bolts into his cock. He goes and he holds onto it, and you see just blood, like just pouring out onto the ground as if you must have hit a vein.
I'll try and kind of put my hand over his mouth to stifle it a little bit.
Yeah,
Is there anyone else in the room?
Not at this point. It's kind of a small little entrance area that looks like it's been walled off, so there's no one else in the room. You can... He goes down, but that's your action to shoot him. So...
Could I say that was my bonus action to shoot him and use my action to...
Grab him bad. Yeah, well, give me a dexterity check to see if you manage to grab him fast enough.
Okay, quick question.
And if you try and do it quietly, I'll say dexterity stealth.
Okay, right, okay. But is this at disadvantage because I haven't had a rest?
No, because that's hang on. I always get thinking with exhaustion. It's is it ability checks or saving throws at exhaustion level 1? Can never remember.
I think it's ability checks.
Yeah, it's ability checks, then it's attack rolls, then it's saving rolls.
Oh, right, so yeah, this is an ability check. So yes, it's with disadvantage because you are exhausted.
Okay, so the first one was a 14, the second one was an 18. We'll take the 14. So that is 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 20, 21, 22, 23.
23. Yeah, you successfully, as he goes down, as he goes to grab his balls that you just shot him in, he goes down to your level and you manage to get your hands around him, cover his mouth, and bring him down like, shh, 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 shh. and he just goes down. Yeah, and he's struggling quite a bit. So you just managed to keep hold of him until eventually he just seems to lose consciousness, and then he's not dead yet, but definitely going to be dead if you leave him. He's bleeding out on the floor. So he's unconscious and.
Decapitate him.
Sorry?
Just finish him off for him. I was ready for whenever Korvax was going to do shit, because I knew he was going to do shit. So
Gareth's going to steal my kill.
Yeah, totally. I'm just going to decapitate him. Do you want to roll?
No, just do it. Just decapitate him. So as he goes down, Korvax leaves him to bleed out on the floor, and you, Gareth, just come in with your action and go, not getting back up now.
I'll win his sword and take the cuffs off him and go told you, 6 seconds.
I'm also going to search him. First of all, I'm going to
love it.
Grab my gems back stealthily, sleight of hand. So that would be 19, 21 to grab my gems.
You managed to grab the gems. I don't know who you were trying to hide that from, but yeah, you managed to deftly grab your gems.
And I'm going to search him for keys or anything else. I'm going to touch my hat, and I'm going to turn into him.
Okay. So you turn into a slightly hunched over dark wood elf, sort of like tan skin sort of wood elf with burn marks, sort of like downstairs. One white eye that seems to have been damaged through other means, and completely bald on top. With sort of like the Thieves Guild standard armor, so he's got you're wearing that black armor with the hood. The hood on him was down, but you can certainly put it up if you like. This area that you're in has one desk at the side, with what appears to be like a cask of ale on there that he was took it into.
A regular cask of ale, regular size, or a small butt?
It's a regular size, so you wouldn't be able to just like I say cask. What I mean is a pint of ale. So there's no cask. It's like it's a
I was
flagon.
going to say we could squish him in there. Okay, so does he have any keys or anything like that on him, or do you want me to roll for investigation?
No. Yeah, quite easily. You find it's a dead body. He's not hiding them. There are some keys on him, which you find. There's several keys on there. One of them you eventually find would fit the big wooden door ahead of you.
While
Hide the
Kovacs
body.
is changing his appearance and searching the body, I would like to hop over the desk and see if there's any kind of registry about what's been brought in and where it's been taken.
Okay. Yes, you find on the desk there is also underneath there's a drawer, and if you pull it out, you notice in there is like a dark brown ledger with like a velvet leaf like bookmark inside it. You open it, you bring it up, and you put it on the desk and open it up, and on the ledger there, there's the last thing to be brought in was the gems, accompanied by 3 members of the guild, Bawazan, and then just says +2. And prior to that, there is prisoner, elf. They don't seem to care that you're half elf, Eli. It just says elf. It also lists beside it all of his effects, things that had been taken from Alar. So his armor, his sword, his shield, any magical items he had on him, and it says stored in master room.
Okay, he's definitely here. They've got him locked away somewhere, but it says his equipment's stored in the master room.
Does that ring any bell with usual layouts, Phil?
From what you can ascertain, like the master room is essentially, it will be a room where whoever the master of this sect of the guild is sort of like based. So in that, from what you can probably ascertain, that'll be where Bawazan is. That would be his office, if you will. I say office, I mean drinking room. But yeah. But you're not entirely sure where this is, because a lot of the Thieves Guild stuff is sort of built into the natural tunnels of the sewers. So the sewers are built first, and then you guys would build your runs into them.
Are there any areas where we can hide the body in this room?
Not many. It's quite a plain room. There's only a stool, a desk, and the flagon of ale, and then there's just a couple of corners.
I down the ale.
Mm-hmm.
I then put the ale to one side. I then pick up his body. I kind of flump it onto the table, and then I take his head and I reattach it, and kind of maybe shuffle his collar up a little bit so as to cover.
Put the hood up.
Yeah, put his hood up. So it looks like he's just sort of crashed down on the table after drinking too much.
Okay. You do so, and he looks like he's just had too much to drink. Excellent. Yeah. So he's just sort of flumped on the table, and you've kind of put his head there. So there's still quite a bit of blood, which is strange. You kind of hope, but it is dark down here, so anyone without dark vision would struggle to notice what's going on initially until they eventually go to wake him up and his head falls off. So yeah, you do a good job at sorting that out. You now have, you're all not cramped in this room because it is big enough for the cart to come in initially, but you have to go through this door. It's another set of double doors, big enough. Well, I say that there's doors big enough for a cart to go through, but then there's a smaller door inside it, if you know what I mean. So yeah, you can enter through, go through the smaller door if you like. How would you like to proceed, and what is your marching order at this point? Because you aren't in dangerous territory.
Right, Kovacs. Look, do you want me to have Brandstow, the cuffs on still, or are we just like dragging him to the master
No.
And then we fight.
No. I'm not putting the cuffs on. We go in, we do this, we get Ayla, and we get out.
Oh, I'm actually can't in agreement with him. Let's just go fucking kill him.
Can
We can't leave anybody alive. If anyone lives,
Oh, I don't think that's.
I'm going to be looking at Raoul Jin when I say this. They will come after every one of us, our families, and everyone we've ever loved. Anyone who knows you will be dead. No survivors.
All I was going to say is, do we have enough manpower to take them head on?
I could go out and scout first. I might be able to deal with a couple of them.
Whoa, let's go out
Discreetly.
of my room. Right, let's go. I don't have time for this. Let's get to the killing.
I will check for traps on the door before I use the key. It's not a great roll, so 13, 14 before I turn the key.
What was that to do? Sorry, just say that again.
I'm checking for traps before, as I stick the key in and turn it.
Okay. There doesn't appear to be any traps.
I will unlock the door stealthily and peek my head through.
Okay. You peek your head through as you unlock the door as stealthy as you can. Did you roll for stealth? Sorry.
Oh, I haven't yet. Can
No,
do, yeah.
roll for stealth, please. And at this point, I'd like everybody to roll for stealth.
23.
23.
First roll of the game.
Yeah, sorry, man.
Oh,
On dice.
Ash is shooting off.
At half past, it says. So
Oh, at half past.
we have half an hour
Right.
more of Mulrin, so which is good.
Okay.
What's everyone else's stealth, please? So, Garroth, yours was 19 on dice, wasn't it?
So 21.
Nice.
Oren got a 17.
Morgan got nice. Very nice.
Oh, wait, hold on. No, with disadvantage, sorry, because I'm wearing medium armor. I got a 7.
Oh.
Ooh.
Ooh. Okay. What about Raljin?
I got stealthy stealth. I got 24.
Nice. 24
And
and
Lynx.
Lynx.
Link's got a 15.
15. Okay. Alright, let me just set some stuff up because stuff is happening and I wanted to make sure that things were... So like that. Have one up there. And there. And there. Right, so you eventually open your cell, find your way going through into what appears to be an attachment onto like the sewers now. So you can kind of ascertain that the room that you were in was almost like a maintenance room at one point for maintenance workers to work in, and then it leads off down a small corridor into the sewers. Above you, it's kind of rounded stone that's sort of like rounded around you, and you can see some sort of like what appear to be sort of manholes, which would lead up to the surface, up probably thinking about 15 feet above you, is the surface. And as you step in, there is about a 2.5 foot walkway down each side, and then in the middle, there's kind of like a waterway where the actual sewage is. You don't know how deep it is. The only way to actually find out how deep it is to walk in it. So you've got a choice now. You can either wade through the sewage water, or you can attempt to sort of like make your way down, down like the little pathways down the side.
Korvax, your call.
Is there any kind of glyphs or anything like that that show the way?
No, nothing like that.
Any levers or anything like that that could be pulled across so we can cross?
Give me an investigation check.
18 on dice. And so investigation, 19, 20, 21, 22.
22. No, nothing. You have a thorough look around, and you don't appear to see any glyphs or anything that show the way, and it appears that your options are to either walk through the sewage or take the pathway along the side. It doesn't like too much of an uncomfortable walk down the side. You would have to walk in single file down each side.
I'll take point and I'll stealth in front of the party.
I'll go on the other side, so I'm up front as well.
Okay, so you guys are
Oh.
stealthing.
So dirty 20.
30-20. Raljin?
And yeah, just checking. I think that's 21, but let me just double check. Oh no, sorry, 22.
22. So both of you managed to quite stealthily sort of lead the rest of the party down the edges. Is everyone taking the small pathways at the side, or is anyone wading through the water?
I would advise against going through the water.
Okay. So you don't know how deep it is. It's really murky. It could be really shallow, or it could be completely. It could be completely engulfing. You have no idea. So yeah, you make your way down the side of the paths. It's a fairly straight pathway heading down. But as you're getting sort of closer and closer, I say as you travel further and further down the through the sewer tunnels, it's cold, damp, wet. It stinks. It absolutely reeks of feces and sewage. Raljin, you are not comfortable down here at all. And you can imagine that Yarn would even be less comfortable if you were down here. There is one thing that kind of strikes you as being the most quite unusual. As you're travelling down here, you can hear what appears to be like a humming sound that gets louder and louder the further you travel down this down the sewage down this sewage tunnel. It's sort of like a as you go further and further down this sewage tunnel. As you travel further and further, the sound gets to sort of like a monotonous volume. It's still quite loud, but it's not getting as loud. So you feel like you're getting closer and closer to it. And then you see ahead of you. Give me a perception check, Raljin and Korvax, as you two are on sort of the front of this.
I love this dice. Perception, that
22.
is proficiency. That
Just a
is
big thing, Phil. If you're wanting, you're not broadcasting the table onto the stream.
The what? Sorry.
No one can see that yet. I've just had a look. It looks like you've got a battle map up on for us.
Oh no, I'm not broadcasting that yet. Oh yeah, sorry, I didn't realise you guys could see that. Whoops.
24. Sorry.
There you go. Now you can't see it. So 24 for you. Damn, I can't believe I did that. Never mind. So you guys are done fun. Eventually, you get to a point where you kind of begin to hear conversations going on. As you get further, closer and closer. 1 second. Let me just get my thing on. And okay. You hear some conversations going on. You can hear two people having a conversation. It says, so when are we preparing this elf to to drain some of his blood for Baelor? The one says, I think we're gonna get Montreal and Bono are just sorting him out now. They're gonna bring him through. I love watching them bleed. And you can see.
I notch my bow when I hear them talking. I look over to Korvax and kind of give him a on your signal.
Okay, so I'm gonna stealth up to. Is it like a door or is it a?
No. It's
pillar
just
where I can hear them?
further. It's quite dark, but you guys with your dark vision can see what's going on. These guys, there's some torches that light up the area, but they don't light up the corridor that you're in. So it's dark in the corridor that you're in, but where they are, it's slightly lit up, dim light with torches. So as you you can see them kind of lit up. They haven't seen you. approaching.
I'm gonna touch my hat, and instead of looking like the other guard, I'm gonna just turn my entire visage black.
Okay.
Everything.
So you go completely
Just
black.
black.
Okay. What's everyone else doing at this point in preparation? So
I'll
say what you can. I'll say what you can see because you can now look at the map. So I'll go on to here so that other people can see it. For whoever's watching, thank you viewers for sticking around and enjoying this. So here's the visage that you can see at the moment. I'll take those off. So you're a little bit further back than this. So I'll just pop you back. Like back. Oh no, I'll pop you back this way. So you're a little bit further back. So you're at this side, Raljin. Korvax, you're at this side. Garroth, I'm assuming you're behind Korvax, and we'll say it's sort of like to even it out. And then I need Bronwyn on there as well. Let me just see if I can find Bronwyn. So, attack on Regal Star is probably there. There's Sir Bronwyn. There he is. So we've got Bronwyn there as well. And I will. Oh no, don't do that. I don't want two Bronwyns. Don't need two of him. So we'll turn him around. So you've got, so this is kind of like the setup. You're not in the water. You're on the side. So this is kind of the setup that we've got going on. So it's all water walkway going down here. As you see, this guy, it's in the middle. He's just behind a pillar. So you can only just sort of see that there's someone there. In fact, you can hear him talking. And he's having a conversation with this guy over here. How would you like to proceed?
I'm going to dip an arrow in one of my remaining 2 vials of enfeeblement.
Okay.
And I'm going to look at Raljin, and I'm going to gesture to the one furthest away. So the one up to our right near that brazier.
Yeah.
This guy? Or that guy?
No.
This
That guy. I can't see the other guy.
Well,
60 odd feet.
Yeah.
So
So this guy, okay. Are you attacking him?
I'm just going to look over to Raljin.
Okay, I will bonus action Hunter's Mark him.
Okay.
And as soon as I do that, because I know they become aware that something's not right, they don't know what it is.
Mm.
And then
I'll
I will
fire as soon
fire.
as Raljin fires, so it's 2 at the same time.
Yeah.
That guy at the furthest guy. Both of you at the furthest guy.
Oh, I'm gesturing towards the furthest guy. I gesture for Raljin to hit the closer guy.
Oh! I didn't get that, so I'm also going for the furthest guy.
Okay.
Right.
So, give me... it's a surprise round, so give me an attack roll, both of you, please.
Nat 20.
Oh, man.
You're going to hit him first.
And what was yours? Rob?
Mine is... sorry. Jeez, hang on.
Oh, dear. Oh, this is nasty. So 7, 17, 23, doubled.
Okay.
46. 48, 49 points of damage.
So that
And you've got
is...
to do the save for enfeeblement as well.
That is 28 to hit.
Okay, yours definitely hits as well. So,
I did stupid amounts of dexterity. And that's that and that.
Okay.
Just a second. Oh, yeah. No, I will save that for later. Okay, and in terms of damage, that is 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 15 points of damage.
15 points of damage. You both hit him at exactly the same time. So the both an arrow, a bolt first, which hits him in the chest, and then an arrow that hits him as the mid-conversation. He's the one that's having the laugh about bleeding Alar out, and suddenly he's like... it looks like you've kind of hit him in the thorax and in the lung. You can see him struggling to breathe, and the other one's like, "What's you all right?" He's and he falls forward and lands in the water, face down in the water. It seems like it hits solid ground, so you know it's not that deep. And he hits it, and the other goes, "We've had a fucking breach!" At this point, I'd like everybody to roll for initiative, please.
Oh, come on.
Initiative, please, for everybody. So we'll go with, roll first, and then I'll get it. At this point, Ayla, are you still there? You're on mute, so if you're responding to me, I can't hear you. There you are.
Of course, I'm
Ayla,
still here.
this is kind of happening simultaneously to you. So as this is all happening, you've just broken out of your cell and are starting to head towards this. So you're unaware of this, but I would like you to roll for initiative as well, please, to join this initiative order. So this is all kind of happening simultaneously. So
Amanda says in England it's simultaneously.
All right, simultaneously. I do apologise. Didn't realise that I was being judged. Anyway,
always being judged.
You're always being judged by my wife. Always.
I am doing this to an audience of 6 viewers. Thank you for joining us, 6 viewers. That's amazing. It's fantastic to have every single one of you. Feel free to please drop a hello and please predict how you think this battle is actually going to turn out. If you wish to in the chat below. So Ayla, please give me your initiative, please.
Yeah, so I have rolled a 15, plus 3 is 18.
18 for Ayla. Korvax, initiative, please.
I don't want to tell you.
Natural 1?
It was a natural 1.
Nat 1. What is that with bonuses? Because you still get your pluses on that. 4. Okay. You're not going first. Gareth, what have you got?
16.
16. Jan's not in this fight. I'll delete. Maureen.
23.
23. Nice.
Mm-hmm.
And Raljin.
21 for me.
And
Lynx. Oh no, sorry. No, that is right. 21 for me and 21 for Lynx as well.
Oh, nice. You'll be going simultaneously. I do apologise. Okay.
It's all right, she's gone. Gone, you're all right. Be as American as you want.
Okay. Potato. Hi, American viewers. Right, okay, so we're going to start off top of the round with Maureen. So you are currently sort of, you're behind Lynx and you're stood on the edge. You've noticed this guy go down into the water and you can see that it's not that deep. He's actually hit ground. So it can't be any more than maybe 10 centimeters deep in that water. Although it is still quite yucky sewage, but it's entirely up to you what you do. All the while, by the way, this is going on, there is that low noise still going on in the background, which is a weird droning noise. And Ayla, this sound's been going on the whole time you're there, but because it's been there constantly for you while you've been there, it's not been as noticeable, but you can quite just pick up on this humming sound that's going on. So, Maureen, what would you like to do? First on the initiative.
Okay, so
he's
clarify
dead.
where the enemies are for me.
Okay, hang on a second. I will top down this for you. Boom. So you're there. Our first enemy's there. You've got one there and another one there. These are all walls, by the way. So just pretend you don't know that he's there or anything out there. So you've got 3. You've got this guy. He's behind a pillar. The pillar goes all the way up to the ceiling. But he's your closest one. And then it's him. So, yeah, it's entirely up to you how you go about this.
Okay, I will Misty Step 30 feet directly ahead of me using my once per long rest version of Misty
15,
Step.
20, 25, 30. That will get you to there.
I should have direct
15,
line
20, 25, 30. There you are. So now you have line of sight to this guy here.
Wonderful, and then I will cast Thorn Whip on him.
Okay. As you sort of like pull out this sort of magical thorn, which takes the shape of an ethereal snake with fangs at the end of it, you whip it out. Give me an attack roll. You whip it out. Yeah, never mind. Give me an attack roll.
That is an 18. 18, yes, 18.
18 to hit. Let me just check. Yeah, that hits. Roll for damage.
That is 11 points of piercing damage, 6 and a 5.
11 points of piercing damage. Nice. Okay. He then.
And then
Yeah, he's shocked by that. But yeah, go on. What would you like to do?
the remainder, I will continue to move. I'll do another 25 feet movement up.
Okay, so 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 to there. Okay, so this guy will, with this bit sort of like being illuminated around here, he'll be able to, he's seen you and he's seen you there. As far as they know at the moment, you're the only one that's there because they haven't seen anybody else. Raljin, it's your turn, so I'll just. So there's.
Okay. I will move to have line of sight.
Mm-hmm. So 5,
On the
10,
one behind
15,
the pillar.
20, 25. You got line of sight there, unless you want to move there, but
Okay.
that's yeah, it's entirely
No,
up to you.
no, that's fine.
Okay.
I will transfer my hunter's mark onto him.
Okay. So
and
he's now hunter's marked.
I will make an attack.
Okay, roll for attack.
I just realised my actual attack should have been +1 higher last time, but it didn't matter because the guy died anyway. Ooh, that's gonna miss.
What'd you roll?
Oh, it was a 2 on dice. Oh, but then again, I do get stupid amounts of bonuses. So
Add all your bonuses just to double check.
+2. No, it's not going to be enough.
Okay. Just out of curiosity, what was the total?
If I'm adding it up right, it was it was 12.
Oh yeah, so that won't hit. Okay,
Yeah.
so yeah, that misses, but I think you do have a second attack, don't you?
I do have a second attack.
Okay, roll for your second attack.
That is 17.
17 does hit. So roll
Alright
for
then.
damage.
Alright, so that is 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 points of damage.
12 points of damage. Okay, so he gets another 12 points of damage. He's still standing, but he knows that you're there now. He can see you. So yeah, he takes an arrow to the shoulder. He kind of pulls out. He's like, come and help me, you bastards! Okay, Lynx. What's Lynx gonna do?
Lynx is going to move 5, 10, 15. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. Oh, she can reach him. Unfortunately, because it's not a straight line to him, she can't do her charge attack. So she will move 40 feet.
Okay.
So she's next to him. No, so she's next to him.
There.
Yeah. And then she's going to do a bite.
Okay.
And that is 9, so she's going to miss.
Okay. Yeah, that misses, and that's her go, isn't it?
Yes.
Okay. Ayla, you are in your prison, you're in the corridor now, running away from these guys who I need to add into the initiative roll because I forgot about those.
Yeah, don't forget, I've thrown one on top of the other one, so they should be on the floor.
Yeah, they are prone at the moment. So I will add those in though, because they need to be put in, and I will put their initiative in. Okay. There we are. Okay, so so you're in there. So you're making a run. What would you like to do? As you're running past, Pannon just sort of sees you going back and says, "I'm seriously, get to a safe place. They will kill you."
I said, I'll try and get back.
If you are, please hurry. I can't take it anymore.
So as I'm saying that, I'm charging full pelt out of that place.
Okay. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. You get to a door There's a door here. I forgot to put it on. And you open the door. The door isn't locked. They didn't lock it because it's actually partially ajar because it kind of sticks within the door, within the frame, and they couldn't be bothered to close it all the way. So you can just kind of pull it, and it kind of just pulls open from the door frame, and you can pull out. Would you like to do the rest of your movement?
Yes.
So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. You are now at another door here. Don't know if you can see that there. So there's another door there. So you're just in front of another door. Just there. And you can hear what sounds to be fighting going on. You can spend your action to open the door if you like. But that'll be the end of your... I'll say that at the end of this, you can use your bonus action to just open the door. You open the door, and you see what appears to be Lynx, Raljin, and Molrin fighting with the bandits. They've seemed to have turned up to rescue you.
Hi, Ayla. Where are your clothes?
Not enough about that now. Let's kill them and get out of here. We have to go back for Panache.
Panache.
Panan.
Nando.
Whatever it's called.
Oh dear. I'm gonna make Ayla a different colour. Yeah, Panan. So yes, that's Ayla's turn. Gareth, it's your turn.
Firstly, I will. I can kind of just step over Korvax, can't I?
Yeah, I mean it's quite a narrow ledge, but you can kind of get past him easily enough, I'll say.
Oh.
Right, that's fine. I'm going to go into a rage. I'm gonna run forward 30 feet.
Okay. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Get you to
right, good. I've remembered for like the first time in ages that I actually have javelins.
I feel like those are like session 3.
I forgot about those.
Oh god.
Yeah. Right. So I'm going to just like run at this guy, and I'm going to say, "Guess what? I like the bleeding part too." And I'm just going to start calling these javelins into him.
Okay. Give me an attack roll, please.
Well, that's 18, and that's a 3, but I'll take the 18.
Okay.
Relentless. I'm reckless attack. I always bloody do it.
Yeah.
So that is a 26 to hit.
26. Yeah, that misses. No, I'm kidding. That definitely hits. Roll for damage.
It's not my usual. Oh, but I do get to reroll that. Okay, that's a bit better. It's not my usual murderific standard. That's only 13.
Oh, that's not as good. But yeah, 13 points of damage. He's not looking great. I have to admit, he's taken an arrow to the chest, a cat claw to the chest, and then a javelin to the back. He's like, get in here. He's not looking good at all. Anything else, Gareth?
Nope, that's pretty much me sorted.
Okay.
Maybe javelin pulling out my axe, but that's about it.
Okay. Okay, it's their turn. So, right. Yeah, he's wanting to get away from this, so he's going to try and move away. Lynx is going to get an attack of opportunity. In the water, though, it is classed as difficult terrain because he's wading. So it's going to be 5, 10, 15.
Okay, so Lynx will take the attack of opportunity.
Okay, so give me an attack of opportunity.
Well, that is 17.
17 hits. Roll for damage.
Oh, what damage does she do? I don't remember. She does 1d8 plus 2 plus PB. Okay, so cool. Oh, that's terrible. So that's 4, 5, 6, 7 points of damage.
You don't add proficiency bonus to damage. You add that to attack.
No.
Yes.
Yeah.
When you add proficiency to attack, you don't add it to your damage.
Attack you.
Tasha's.
Oh yeah, no, you're right.
Yeah. So you do add. She does add her strength to her damage, but not her proficiency bonus.
Hang on, hit 1d8 plus 2 plus PB slashing damage.
Really?
Yeah.
To the books.
I've got it in front of me.
The new beast of the land, air and sea.
Yeah.
Do add their proficiency bonus of their owner.
Oh, to the damage. Oh, right. Okay. Yeah. Then stand corrected.
So,
Tasha's. Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. So yeah. What's the damage then?
So it was 4, 5, 6, 7.
7 points of damage.
Yeah.
He's limping away. He's still standing, but he's limping away. He's gonna do.
For fun, just to freak him out. I know, just for flavour. He hears the cat talk. Go, get back here!
Yeah, that'll freak him out. It's like, guys, there's talking cats. As he continues to, he then turns with his crossbow and is going to shoot the talking cats. Yeah, he rolled a 2 for his first attack, so that's going to miss. And he does have multi-attack, so he's going to go for his second attack. That is 17 plus. Yeah, that's going to hit. That's definitely going to hit.
What is it?
17 plus 7, so it's a ridiculous amount.
Yeah.
24. So damage 1d6 plus 4. Oh, that's 10 points of piercing damage. Oh no, sorry, no, I do apologise. I rolled the wrong one. This could be less because it's 1d8, but yeah. So it's 9 points of piercing damage instead.
Okay.
So 9 points of piercing damage she takes, and he's sort of like trying to wade away through the water. The other guy over here, he sort of sees what's going on, and he's going to step along the side. And he's going to see you, Mulrin, and he's going to get his crossbow. He's going to make an attack on you. That is not going to hit. That is a 15 to hit.
Yeah, that's going to miss.
Okay, that misses. He's going to do his second attack. That'll hit. That is 24 to hit. So
that's going to hit.
You take 9 points of piercing damage from that.
Okay.
And well, I forget these guys have that. Okay. The other guy. Oh, this one's dead, so I'll get rid of him because you killed him. So this one over here, he's going to wade through 5. Sorry, he's going to go 5, 10, 15, and he'll take another step on there because he can, and he'll see what's going on. What's the distance on a crossbow? He can hit with 80 feet range, so he could probably get you there, Mulrin. So he's going to fire at you as well. That is a dirty 20.
That's going to hit.
Okay, and I'll roll the second one because he is. Oh, and an actual one. So the second one's definitely his crossbow jams on his second one, but the first one you take 7 points of piercing damage from the first one. And the second one, he kind of goes again, and he gets a bit too overexcited, and he jams his crossbow, and he's like, ah, shit. Yeah. And he's putting out, he's like, boss, we got company. When he says that, yeah, he's going to start making his way out. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And, yeah, I'm going to say he's going to open the door. 5, 10. And he'll step on, he's like, who's invading my castle? He looks back and sees you guys like, oh, you entered the wrong place, mates. You stepped into the wrong place.
Your castle's a literal toilet.
Joke's on you. I don't even know what this place is.
Okay. That's going to be his turn. Actually, he's going to take the rest of his movement. So, what is that? So, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So, he'll get to there. And he seems to be, actually, 30 feet. That's fine. So, he seems to be heading towards you there, Maureen. Kind of up and front and centre there. Korvax, it's your turn. Oh, I've just done. Oh, never mind. I'll do the initiative order right next time. So, yeah, what would you like to do?
I'd like to move just in front of Garroth.
Okay.
Please.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
I'm gonna take out my crossbow with a nice special arrow. A lovely special arrow.
Okay.
I'm gonna aim for the point between Numbnuts and his hireling behind him.
Okay. About there.
Yeah, just about there.
Okay.
And I'm just gonna say, Zaraz sends her regards, and then fire. Or I'm gonna mutter, Heffalumps will be the word to...
I like it. Heffalumps. Okay.
Woozles were the ones to take it away, and I'm going to just launch an elephant at him.
Okay. So you pull out your crossbow, and you just say, Zaraz sends us regards, and you fire your crossbow whilst muttering the
Natural
word...
20 on the dice.
Heffalumps.
So what do you want to do with that, Phil? It will be completely and utterly up to you. I will leave the destruction in your court.
It means that you definitely hit your spot because, all you actually have to do is fire it. But the elephant, as it hits the ground... I need to get an elephant now. God.
Yes.
I'm pretty sure I've got one on here, so let's just have a look and see if we have... I'm pretty sure there must be an elephant.
I'm aiming not to hurt Morlin. So, I'm quite happy with the nat 20 to aim it just between his legs, or just in front of him, so that it turns into an elephant and then splats him into the wall.
Okay.
Just in case anyone's wondering, this battle is using tabletop.
Oh, yes, we are. We are using tabletop, yes.
Tabletop simulator.
Elephants! There we go. Boom. That's definitely going to be bigger. So it transforms, and let's just make it... I'm going to let it do what it does. So, yeah, it lands there. And I'm going to have to go in to a first person... Oops. Third person scenario. So, yeah, this is... the elephant lands there. I'm going to get these guys to make dexterity saving throws to half the damage. But what I would like you to do, because it's landed in between of you both, just for everyone's, so everyone knows, Maureen has had to duck out with it being half past. But thank you, Maureen. We'll see you next week for more carnage.
Maureen.
Who would you like to control your character until next week?
Me.
Yeah, sure, that'll do.
Okay. See you later, Ash. See you later, Ash.
I'm now Italian again.
I love it. Okay, so right, I'm going to get into my dexterity saving throws. So first of all, for Balazan, he will succeed because I'm setting the difficulty at 15. So he will succeed. He will take half damage. His other guy, lucky guy. That's a 19 on dice. So they both succeed. But what I'd like you to do is I would like you to roll. I believe we agreed that this would be 6d8 damage. 6d8 halved on this.
2, 3.
And in case any of our viewers are wondering, yes, that is an elephant in the sewer. The elephant, as it comes in, is the sewer is only just big enough to accommodate this, by the way. So it's kind of half in the water. It's broken down the wall from where it's going, and it's kind of just stretched up and looking pretty cramped. But there's just enough space in there for the elephant to.
Is it making a sad noise?
It's.
What has happened? Why am I existing this way? Why is life pain?
So because it was a nat 20, it would be a crit. So it would be 30 goes to 60, but because they saved, it'd still be 30 points of damage.
30 points of damage. However, the elephant does not get to have the save. The elephant will take the full 60 points of damage. just so you know. He doesn't get a save. Because you fired it and it doesn't get a save. So I'm just going to add the elephant in. And it's going to have an initiative. So we'll add that in. The elephant now in, but it takes... So he takes 30 points of damage. And kind of picks himself and is like, what the fuck is going on here? The guy that was next to him also takes 30 points of damage. That one. And he's kind of pushed back, and the rubble's kind of he bursts through the wall, so there's now like a hole in the wall, and there's like water's now leaking out all over the place. And the elephant takes 60 points of damage. The elephant looks really bad, but it's still alive. Because it's come into existence by being fired at a wall. So yeah, fun times.
Does it get a turn in the initiative order?
It does have a turn in the initiative order. Next go round. Yeah,
The elephant has entered the room.
Yes, there is. Someone needs to address the elephant in the room, or in the sewer. Okay, Korvax, that was your turn. Have you got anything else? Is that your that's your turn? Action and bonus action and movement.
It is.
So
I'll
done.
just bring the crossbow up and just go.
Right, okay, now it's I have to go across here. It's these guys' turn. So for some reason I don't know what I've done here. I've gone into the wrong mode. But I'll sort it. Hang on one sec. Third person. So, I'll deal with it. We'll say it's this guy. Who's he called? Forgotten his name now. I do have names for these guys. Montrell. He's going to get up and he's like, you get off me! Cry about your brother later! Ugh, he's getting away! The boss is going to have our heads. He gets up and he's going to start giving chase. He only has 15 feet and then his movement, so he goes 5, 10, 15, and then he gets his 30 feet, so 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Hannon does nothing but watch. He can't do anything but watch. And the other guy, because I missed his turn in the initiative order before, so I'll just do his now. He's going to get up and he'll go 5, 10, 15, and then 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, and get next to his mate. So they're giving chase of you, Ayla, so you can hear them behind you, sort of like, running after you. And so, hey, get back here! And the other one's like, you killed my brother! Get here, I'm going to snap your neck! So that's... Sorry?
Good luck to him. We're going to kill him.
That is their turn. And now we're back to the top. So it's a Malrin.
Malrin is looking over the scene. I don't actually have his spells. Where is he? He's which one's he?
This one here.
Oh, there. Right. Okay. Have you got his character sheet there?
I think you have his character sheet because you're the one that always controls him.
Last time.
Yeah.
So,
to be fair, he'd probably do that like touch of death thing that he always does.
You mean Toll the Dead?
Toll the Dead, yeah.
Or the necromantic one, the one that's touch.
Oh, I forget what it's called.
Okay, got him. This one is from November. It might be a bit old.
Yeah, just we'll go with it for now.
Level 5. Level 6 now, aren't we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so level 5. This is level. Morwen's had a bit of a hit on the head, and he's gone back to level 5 for a bit. So, what is he going to do? He's going to go. I am a Morwen. And he's going to cast. I think he's going to cast. Who's this guy who's in front of him? Is he quite wounded?
Yeah, he's looking pretty bad. Yeah, he's looking pretty bad.
Oh yeah,
He's
okay.
been shot, stabbed, and mauled.
No point doing a guiding bolt on him. He's going to do a Toll the Dead.
Toll the Dead. Okay. Give me. Hang on. Is it a save for Toll the Dead? I always forget.
I think the Dead. I think it's save.
Yeah, I think it is.
Toll the Dead cantrip. Yep. So reach 5th level. So he has. So it's now 2. 2d8 damage. 2d8 necrotic damage. Yeah, a wisdom saving throw.
Okay. What's the DC?
The DC is spell.
I'll tell you what. I'll save you it because I know that it's more than 10. He rolled a 10, so yeah, you can. He fails.
So he takes 8 necrotic damage.
8 points of necrotic damage. Still barely holding on there. But he's looking really, really bad. But barely holding on.
Owen will pull out his shield and his thing and take a defensive stance. Is that another guy in the water? Is he kind of dead?
Where we were looking? This guy?
Guy in the middle of water.
That one. That's the one that you were attacking. He's looking quite weak.
I was going for I meant the guy who's next to the elephant, actually.
Oh, you were going for Bawazan.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. I'll have to roll.
He's not. Oh wait, yeah, he is.
Yeah, he's he had the elephant thrown in, but it's still he's a lot more hardy than these other guys. So he's just looking minorly inconvenienced by these.
Oh, right. Oh, okay. Well, I would have done something differently there. Can we take that back?
I'll let you. Why not?
You'll do a guiding bolt on the big guy.
Okay. Guiding bolt on the big guy. So go for it. Roll an attack roll for guiding bolt. What level?
Level. We'll just do level 1.
Level 1. Go for it. Level 1 guiding bolt.
Well, it's a 19 on dice, so
Nice.
I assume that's going to hit.
That will definitely hit. Yep. Roll for damage.
God, I need to keep looking up these spells. Guiding bolt.
4d6 radiant damage.
4d6 radiant damage. Ugh, making me get the d6s.
I've got them at hand if you don't have any.
Oh, no, I've got 1d6. I'll just roll it 4 times. Okay, that's a 1. That's a 4. So that's 5. That's 3. So that's 8. That's another 3. So 11 damage.
11 points of damage.
And the next guy to attack him has advantage.
It hits him in the chest, and he looks minor. It looks like it's an inconvenience to him, but he's still standing and looking pissed. Is the best word I can use to describe that. Where am I? Need to get onto that. Okay, so that's Molrin's turn. Raljin, we're up to you. What would you like to do?
I'm going to put an arrow in the guy in the water.
Yeah, I think you'll probably finish him off. But yeah, let's see if you hit him first.
So that is 24 to hit.
24 definitely hits. Yeah, roll for damage.
So 6, 9, 10, 12 points of damage.
12 points of damage. You pull back your bowstring and fire off your arrow as he's trying to run away, wading through the water, and he's sort of like bringing his crossbow down as he's walking backwards. You hit him right through the neck. He comes out the other side and goes and falls down into the water, and just as the arrow kind of snaps on impact, yeah, he's dead. Deletes. He goes down on the ground. Okay,
so transfer my hunter's mark onto the only other target I can see, because there is an elephant in the way.
The elephant.
So yeah, you go for Bawazan.
Yeah. And then take my second attack. And I'm going to Blazing Bowstring.
Okay, roll for an attack.
So I get a plus 11 to hit.
Okay.
This is 18 on dice.
That will definitely hit.
Yeah.
roll for damage.
Where's my D10? There it is. Alright, so that is... Ooh, that is good. So 10, 12, 15... Oh, it's actually not as good as I thought it was. But it's still pretty good. 19 points of damage.
19 points of damage. That's pretty good. 19 points of damage. It looks like that actually hurt him, and he looks like that's a little bit more of an inconvenience to the guiding bolt. He looks at you, and he seems to set his sights on
Rob,
both of
did you roll with advantage on that? Because that could have been a crit.
I did not,
Oh,
thank you.
Yeah. Roll again to see if you critted. No.
Yes, I did.
Did you?
Yeah, do you want to see?
Double the
I will
damage.
show you.
I believe you. Double the damage.
Alright, so what did I say? I said 19 doubled.
Yep, 20, 30,
38.
38.
Yeah.
Okay, well, it's just another 19. Yeah, that really hurt him as it hits him. Yeah, he's going to... yeah, that was an inconvenience to him. Okay.
And my first nat 20 of the stream. I'm so happy.
Yes. But not the first nat 20, but a nat 20.
No, yeah.
Okay, Lynx. What's Lynx going to do?
Lynx is going to have 5, 10, 15, 20. She's going to move across to... 5, 10. No, she's going to move across to next to Korvax,
Okay.
which is 15 feet.
Yeah.
And then she's going to use the rest of her movement, because she gets 40 feet of movement, to charge at the boss.
Oh, okay. Yep, give me an attack roll.
So it might not be enough because he's really tough. But that is 19 to hit. 19?
Yeah. Just hits. Yeah.
Alright, so he is knocked prone.
Okay.
And he takes... let's just double check that. 11 points of slashing damage.
11 points of slashing damage.
And is he knocked prone from that?
He is prone, yes. He is prone on the ground now. Okay. That is... that's that 10. Right, I can do the initiative order properly now. So, it's now... we've got... it's these guys' turn. So, these guys are going to continue their chase after you, Ayla. Or it's one of them, then it's the other. So, it's this guy first. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And then he's not going to be able to get to you just yet. So, he's going to get things set up. 5, 10. He's going to... Oh, just threw him.
He can't move that far.
He's going to stand in this corridor and he's going to see you at the doorway. He's just going to be like, oh, you're going to pay for what you did to my brother. As he stands there and he starts taking his hand around his back to pull out his greatsword that he's got on his back. That's going to be his turn, but now it's your turn, Ayla. So this guy is now addressing you. He's he's on that corridor and he's like, oh, you're going to pay. What would you like to do?
Well, I'm going to get on the other side of the door, close the door.
Okay.
And I'm going to warn everybody that there's 2 donuts coming up the rear, ready to attack. Can I hold my attack for when they come through that door?
Yeah, you can certainly hold your action. So when they come through the door, that would be your action this turn. So when they come through that door, you immediately attack them. Yes.
But as long as is it a surprise attack? Is it like they're not expecting me to just stick them with the sword?
It wouldn't be a surprise attack at this point because we're in the middle of battle, so they would be expecting something. So it wouldn't be classed as a surprise attack this time.
Or you could go round and hide and try and ambush them. If you go round.
That's what I mean.
To the left.
It's still in the middle of battle because it would be maybe for a rogue because then you do a bonus action hide, but for yourself not so much because you're not a rogue.
All right. Well, I'm going to wait ready and hold my action ready to slow them down and attack them.
Yeah.
Can I roll for a hit? Can I roll one of my dice for a hit dice?
What do you mean?
You have so many health hit dice. Can
no,
you do that in battle?
No, you
Only
cannot.
in
No,
rest.
it's only during a short rest that you can do
Okay,
that.
I mean, could he second wind, or is that?
He's done that
I've
already.
used it.
Done it already. So yeah, you basically come around, you get your scimitar ready, and as soon as he comes through that door, or if anybody comes through that door, you get an attack. That's you. That's your action. Okay.
But I've warned everyone else. I've warned everyone else that there are two coming.
Okay. Yeah, you now see that everyone else is there. You see Korvax and think, oh, bloody hell, I ain't done.
Bronwyn.
Bronwyn's not had a turn. Yeah, I forgot to put him in the initiative order. Bloody hell.
I've got a feeling he's going to attack.
He's gonna come in, so he's going to 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, and he doesn't have a ranged weapon, unfortunately. So he's going to come in and go 5, 10, 15. He'll acknowledge you and say, "Glad you're safe, Ayla. Now help us kill these people." And he's waiting for the water, so he can only get as far as that, but he's sort of gunning for this one. Right, it's the elephant's turn. Now
he's going to do a trample attack on the prone one.
Okay. So he does a
up and just
trampling
bring
charge.
both
If the elephant
legs
moves,
down.
he has to move at least 20 feet.
Okay, maybe not then. Could
so
he do a gore attack with his tusks on the one on the ground?
He can definitely do a gore attack. Yeah, roll 1d20 and add 8.
Okay, so 19.
19 just hits. Yes.
What
With
is this guy wearing?
Balzan's on the floor. He's a hardy guy. Balzan's on the floor, and he's all like, he's just like trying to get up, and then he sees these tusks coming towards him, and he goes to try and get out of the way, but it hits him. Roll for damage, please. 3d8 plus 6.
16 plus 8. 24 points of damage.
24 points of damage. He is not looking good. The elephant comes on, lifts him up into the air, and you can see that one of the elephant's tusks is sticking out of Balzan's side. It's like, he's looking awful at this point, bleeding out, and as if he doesn't know. It's kind of gone into this a little bit too overconfident, I think. So after the elephant's turn, it's Garroth's turn. What would Garroth like to do?
Right, I think I will move over Korvax, effectively 20 feet in front.
Okay, so 20 feet this way?
Yep, that way. To there.
5, 10, 15, 20, yep.
And then I'm gonna jump and get into combat with what's his name.
Okay, so you jump up. What's your distance of jumping?
I think we've calculated this before. It's ridiculous. So
yeah, we did. Let's just double check what. I
think Dungeons & Dragons jumping.
First person to find a jump gets a bonus point. Found it. Jumping. C under movement. Oh, okay. Movement. Yeah, we do need to maybe make a note of this so we know for future.
Jumping. Jumping. Your strength determines how far you can jump. Long jump. When you're making a long jump, you cover a feet up to your strength score. If you move at least, cover a number of feet up to your strength score. I can jump 20 feet.
Is that from standing? Because this is from standing.
No, it's from running.
You'd have to run. You'd have to run in a straight line, wouldn't you?
For 10 feet, I think he said so. He'd be past me, and then that's 15 feet you'd have of running.
Yeah.
If you move at least 10 feet on foot immediately... Oh, right, okay. No, that's fine. Doesn't say in a straight line. So, yeah, you can jump 20 feet. So you run this way and you kind of kick off the side and jump. So 5, 10, 15, 20. And you get right up in this guy's face. So you kind of run in... give me an attack roll. And he's currently gored by an elephant at this point.
So that would be advantage on the roll? Because...
He's
He's
technically
definitely
flanked.
Yeah, he's flanked by an elephant. Yeah, you get an
which
advantage.
case, I won't do reckless, I guess. Okay. It's not a crit.
Aw.
So that is only 19 points of damage.
Only 19 points of damage. All right, he's
Yeah.
my boss. Gareth, how do you want to do this?
I don't know. He's been gored on one side.
Yeah.
I'm going to sort of work with the elephant. I'm going to gore him, like hit him in the with the shoulder, then pull the axe, gore him in the gut, and then like sort of signal some sort of communal link with the elephant. The elephant nods in understanding, and together we rip him in half between the two of us.
Oh, God.
I don't think, Korvax, I don't think Gareth's going to let you throw the elephant at things anymore. I think it's now his best friend.
You both like rip Balzan apart as his blood and his intestines pour into the sewage, which then begins to flow slowly down the sewage pipe. Yeah, the other guy that's over here, he sees this and he is bricking it at this point, all by himself. And the other guy that's over here sees this as well, because he's been moving around as well. So Gareth, is that the end of your turn?
No. Which guy shouted about someone owing somebody something?
I'm pretty sure that was the guy that you just killed.
Well, no. Someone was chasing Ayla.
Oh,
Yeah.
right, okay, yeah, that's
Yeah.
behind this door. So Alar is in front of this door here, and there's a guy behind the door at the other side of there. Yeah, that's...
I want to fling the half of this guy's body into that corner where Alar is, and just sort of say, ask him if that pays the debt.
Yeah, the guy was actually shouting at Alar because Alar had killed his brother. So... Yeah. You throw.
I'd killed an armed guard with my bare hands.
Yeah. You just
You
shout
were
that
bare
cockily.
In my underpants.
That's a conversation for later. Right, it's their turn now. So, first of all, this guy, he's gonna leg it. So he's gonna start moving this. He's gonna 5, 10, 15, 20, 25.
Does
30.
the elephant get an attack of opportunity?
The elephant can have an attack of opportunity. I'm going to say it has to be a stomp attack because his tusks.
18 to hit. 19 to hit, sorry.
18, 19 hits. Roll for damage.
What's a stomp?
3d10 plus 6.
Oh! Why didn't I do this before? 80. So 2 9s and a 1, so the 8. 19 plus 6, did you say?
Yeah.
So
25.
25. Plus
25.
he had 30 points of damage injured before. I'm hoping he just quits him as he tries to run away.
So he goes and he's running away. Yeah, I'll describe this. He goes to run away and the elephant takes one of his back legs and kicks him. He moves this far and lands in the water and splashes, his back broken. As he lands there, you can hear a murmur and then just silence as he just lies there floating in the shallow water next to his his friend. His friend's then kind of, I say friend loosely, his thief friend, I guess, fellow
Associate.
Infernal associate. Let's call him that. This guy is he's gonna run. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. He gets to here, and he's going to... he grabs a lever, pulls it down, and these grates over here begin to open up. Like, ding, 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 and start pulling open. What you guys hear now is an unsettling silence as the humming stops. He goes... He dodges underneath it as it's about to, just as it's going, as it's moving, and then you hear And that's where we're going to end tonight's session.
No.
So
Tell me I
something.
should have saved the elephant.
Something is coming from beyond that grate. Something that does not sound human. It's not human. Sounds very demonic in nature. So yeah. Thank you for a good game tonight, guys. That was really fun. The elephant cannon worked wonders, and thank you to everyone that joined us as well for the session. If you enjoyed it, please give us a follow on Twitch, and please let us know if you enjoyed it in the chat as well. I'm going to stick around for about 10 minutes after I roll the final credits. If anyone else wanted to join me, just to have a little chat about the session with any people that might be in the chat. But yeah, thank you for a good game, and I'm hoping that you guys enjoyed streaming it tonight, and you'll want to do it again next week.
Yeah.
Excellent, and yeah, we'll keep the story going. So for now, from me and from everyone else, I think it's time for us to call it crits. Hey, I like it. I think that can catch on. And roll on Tuesday. Yeah. See you later, everybody.
Bye.
So yeah, we're sort of back just for a little bit of after game chat. For anyone, if you have any questions about the session or you want to have a little chat with us, feel free to send us a message in the chat and we will answer our questions. But guys, what did you think of tonight's game? Did you enjoy it?
Yeah, it was good.
Really good.
Good.
Good fun.
I really thought it was good. It was like a good game of two parts. With Aylar's part at the beginning. Right, I'm honestly I could not have planned for that at all. I was expecting so many different things to happen, and you leading the guard into the cell and breaking his neck was not one of them. I'm.
What did you expect me to do? Just out of interest.
The things that I'd sort of had planned was more of a you'd maybe sort of play it aloof and maybe get to know the person in the next cell a little bit more, and maybe have a little bit more of a conversation with Pannon and realise that this Pannon was actually the same guy that you'd met on the bridge all the way in session 1, and he's the one that went missing.
I don't trust that. I don't trust that at all. I think Pannon's...
Well, you don't know, but and I was hoping that he would tell you a little bit more within those conversations about what the Infernals are doing, which obviously you'll probably find out.
But there was a guard there. A guard came.
Yeah, the guard came down. He was going to tell you to shut up, and then I don't know. You might have had an interaction with him, and then
I wanted Panam at some point just to go like, "Okay, we're trapped here, man, but don't worry, I have some friends. They must be searching for me."
To be honest, I think because Pannon has been trapped there for what in-game reality, he doesn't know how long he's been there because it's been just dark all the time.
Months.
But he's been there for about 2 months. I think he's lost all faith in anybody coming to actually rescue him. It'd be interesting when you find out, why he's been kept there and, and why he's not been able to use, because he's a sorcerer, why he's not been able to use any of his abilities. and and basically what's going on there. That'll be an interesting one, and I like because it links all the way back to that first session with that character. And I've had I've had Panning in Man for quite some time. He was never dead. He never just went flying off the cliff and that was it. There was always something going on with
we
him.
We kind of met him and then just ditched him.
Well, no,
Like,
you met him and then he he waited on the bridge for Dondon, and then when you went back, he had disappeared. It turned out that Serenity, who went to freshen up, actually went to do something with him, and I guess this is what it was.
She's still alive. She is, isn't she?
Oh yeah, she escaped from your last battle. There was because when you had the debate over whether to kill her or not, there was an argument going. She took the opportunity to teleport away. Pardon?
I stopped you from killing her, Korvax. Sorry.
Yeah.
Did.
So during that, she took the opportunity to teleport away. So yeah, she's still out there somewhere.
So, for me though, I was just sort of like rolling with it early on because I was thinking like, ideally, speak to as soon as I found out there's a person in the cell next to me, like talk to the person in the cell. Then there's a guard coming, and I'm thinking like, if I don't act now, that might be my one and only. You might have said, oh well, you had a chance.
Yeah. But you very successful at that. It was great.
Yeah, but then the next bit, the two people coming in, I was like, right, I can either hide, run past them and lock the door, snap the key in the lock and run away, or I can either trap them in the cell somehow, or I can either kill them. And it's just, when you're in your underpants and you haven't got a decent weapon, and you haven't got your armour, you haven't got your shield, everything just stacks against you. It's actually really, really difficult. So I was thinking, I don't care what happens, just as long as you go out with a bang. If you end up dying, you end up dying, but your character wouldn't go out on a whimper. He would fight to the very end. So that's what was going through my head.
Yeah.
And it was a massive relief when, obviously, you find out that the others are just around the corner.
It worked really well timing-wise, actually. It was quite fun having it all work together. But I'm looking forward to seeing what happens in this. I was really thinking, like, with the way that the first half of the session, or the first hour of the session went, I was thinking, this might this might actually last like 2 sessions. But I mean, guess it is. But I actually got to quite a satisfying cliffhanger, I guess, at the end.
Yeah.
I bet you're all kind of.
You gave us a bit of a heads up. Well, I made it a little bit easier finding him because of how things panned out. So I was expecting there was going to be a hell of a lot more kind of trying to figure that out before we kind of got there.
Yes, and I didn't want to draw it out too much for you. I wanted to, you've got to get to a satisfying. You didn't want to be kind of like searching all over Thistenhorn for him. And to be honest, you had all the clues there. You had all of the clues that would lead you to the most likely place to find him, because you were already investigating Opal Hearts. It was looking at how to get in. I liked the idea that you were like, there must be some sort of subterranean entrance here, and I thought I'd throw in the crane puzzle and a bit of wordplay there. Hope you liked that. That was actually
that was good.
Yeah. I'm hoping to do a few more of those, with the Phil Thieves camp thing. But yeah, that was fun. I enjoyed tonight's game, and that was a 3.5-hour game that. We had there, 3.5 hours, and I'm hoping that I know people seem to be quite quiet in the chat. Not a lot of talking going on. I'm hoping that we get a few more viewers. We didn't get any more followers today, sadly, but I'm hoping if anyone, if I do some clips, or maybe if I upload these to YouTube and put some links on there, then maybe we get.
Because I'm not really on Twitch. What was the biggest number we got?
We got six viewers at any one time, but I think 3 of them were
spiked up to 11.
Oh, did it?
Point.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah.
I didn't see the 11. I've got the stats on my OBS screen, you see, so I can see. I didn't see the 11, and it says 1 clip, so I don't know. Don't know what that means. I'll have to look. We had 91 views in total, like of people coming in and out. So yeah, whatever that means. But no, it's I know it's not big numbers, but you know, I figured I'd give it a go, do it for a few weeks, and see if people like it. And you know, I'm hoping that the reason I didn't want it to interrupt our game so much, because I know we're enjoying playing our game. We don't want to have it be interrupted all the time.
That's why I don't really want to look at the Twitch, because you know I don't want it to. I'm trying not to. I think people act differently if they're on the screen.
Yeah. I think I do so much, like maybe a bit before the game and after the game, where I'm sort of like where I feel like where I'm addressing an audience and sort of like introducing to the session and saying bye from the session. But like during it, I mean, I hope that I was the same dungeon master that I've always been. So, you know, yeah. Right, so I don't know about you guys, but I think what I'll do is I'll end the stream there, because I'm still we're still streaming. Just thought I'd do a bit of an after session, but I'll end the stream there. Thank you to, I'm assuming is our one viewer that is still, two viewers that have just that we have that have just come in just at the end of our stream. Please watch back the whole session. We had a great time doing it, and I hope you had a great time watching it. And yeah, for now, I think we're going to call it Crits. Roll on Tuesday.
Yes.
See you later, everybody.
Yeah.
Bye.